And we did it. We're live. Boom. Sorry, I'm a little late. I was eating lunch. Eating lunch and watching some Mortal Kombat streams. Also, I'm not going to waste too much time before we get into it since the thing already started. But I need to check my audio to make sure my audio works because I'm using my front panel audio for the first time in 4 years. I don't know why, but I know why. I plugged in one of my connectors to my motherboard wrong 4 years ago when I built my PC. All right, hold on, it's not muted. Let me mute this, and then when I switch over, I'll check the audio. But yeah. So the story I was telling: 4 years ago, I built my PC. Right, it's getting really old at this point. I plugged in my front panel audio connector wrong. So the headphone jack on the front of my PC never worked, and I just fixed it like this weekend, and now the headphone jack does work. But I just want to make sure that you guys can still hear everything when I use that jack. You should be able to, because I don't think that'll actually change my audio output capture in OBS. But I'm going to check that really quickly, and then we're going to start. But before I do that, I'm going to post my last 2 videos in chat. First one is the new game alert, Marvel vs. Capcom edition. If you are excited for the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, then you'll probably be excited for this video. I don't actually play the collection in this video because it didn't come out yet. It was before it dropped. But I play I have most of the games from the collection, so I just played a bunch of them. And then I played some games not from the collection, like Street Fighter the movie, Capcom vs. SNK, and X-Men Mutant Academy. But I do play some Marvel vs. Capcom games as well. I played Marvel Superheroes, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and Rival Schools, which is not in that collection. But Rival Schools is underrated as hell. They need to add Rival Schools in there. Also, after the streams yesterday, if you didn't see, I did a stream yesterday and a stream the day before. We replayed Mortal Kombat 1 story. I spent my time after those streams trying to adjust my visual settings for Mortal Kombat because I think it's a bit too saturated, and when I go in certain stages that are like really red or really dark, it looks weird when I play on Xbox. I think I fixed it just by turning my HDR settings all the way to max. It still looks a bit saturated, but it doesn't look dark. I think I brightened it up enough to make it work out better. It's hard to adjust because what the game looks like on my monitor and what the game looks like on OBS are just completely different. But let me post this other video and then we can get started, which is going to be what we're reacting to today, Multiversus Season 3. My reaction to the characters. Make sure I spelled that right. Okay, and I think that's it. I think you got it. Let me know if that link works or not. It looks fine. Should be the right link. But yeah, we got our, that was our first reveal of Nubia and Powerpuff Girls. We're going to check out what Powerpuff Girls play like. And then probably get a look at the Season 3 Battle Pass. All of that dropping tomorrow. And so yeah, I'm excited. Don't expect any Multiversus videos until like mid-season when Nubia comes out. But I'll definitely still be playing it. I just won't be making videos because we got Chaos Reigns coming up. I got a bunch of stuff planned for Mortal Kombat. Then we got to play some Street Fighter. Eventually, we'll go back to Tekken. But I will come back to Multiversus later. Whenever Nubia drops, I'll probably make a video with Nubia and Nubia and Powerpuff Girls. All right, so boom. First off, what is up, everyone? It's me, Jrod, the filmmaker, former filmmaker, frequent fighting gamer from Philadelphia, and we are back with another live stream that nobody really knows about because I gotta send out the link. So I'm gonna be doing that as we get started. Also, guys, you got to do me a favor. I know I say this all the time. Hit me with the 3-hit combo. But for some reason, boom, this is a 3-hit combo here. Smash the like button, spear the subscribe button, and kick the notification bell. I lost like 4 subscribers in the past couple of days. I don't know why. It could just be YouTube verification. Sometimes, you know, bots are around and they subscribe, or inactive accounts subscribe, and YouTube kind of goes in and like wipes them out. But yeah, I lost 4 subscribers recently. What the hell? So that might recover, but it also might not. So if you guys are watching this and you're not subscribed, even if you're watching the video after the stream is over and you're not subscribed, I would definitely appreciate that subscription to help me get back to I was at 745 subscribers and now we're at 741 on some bullshit. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of streams. I'm going to be doing a lot of Mortal Kombat videos. Mortal Kombat will be next week. I'm going to do like at least 1 stream and then like 2, 3, maybe 4 videos, depending on how many videos it takes for me to finish the story mode of Chaos Reigns, plus a gameplay video next week. The week after, I'm going to go back into Street Fighter 6. Then the week after that, I'll come back to Mortal Kombat. The character order, I think I'm going to play Cyrax first, then Sector, then Noob. But I could do Cyrax, Noob, then Sector. I just know I'm going to do Cyrax first because I'm most excited for Cyrax. And yeah, maybe I'll do Noob second so that we can mix it up just from going, you know, Cyberlinkoi to Cyberlinkoi. We might put Noob right in the middle because I think Noob is actually really going to be fun to play. I just think he's going to take a little bit of practice. Cyrax probably will too, but I'm willing to like be rusty as hell with a day 1 Cyrax because I love that character. Also, whenever we get the date for the Combat Cast, I'm going to be doing another live stream. I predict that the Combat Cast will either be Wednesday or Thursday. It could definitely be tomorrow, but I say any day this week, honestly, could be the Combat Cast for Noob Saibot. They're also going to talk about Invasions mode and probably anything else new coming to the game that they haven't already revealed. So I'm very excited for that, but as of right now, we still don't have a date and time for that. I'll check right now. Haven't checked since this morning, but yeah, we still don't have a date. They haven't posted anything on Mortal Kombat Twitter. Let me also check Ed Boon's Twitter, because you know sometimes they just reveal stuff through Ed Boon. Nope, nothing, no word on the Combat Cast, so still nothing announced. Usually we get the announcement at least the day before, so if we don't get any announcement today, then it probably won't be tomorrow. And I think that's everything. I think that is all of the housekeeping, so to say. What I want to do right now is really quick just check and see if my front panel audio is working and that the audio capture is still good for you guys. Actually, there's an easy way to do that. I don't even have to unmute my stream on the second screen. I can just go to the gameplay screen, boom, and yeah, the audio levels are still moving as expected, so you guys should be able to hear that. And let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. We don't even have to sit by for this whole long-ass countdown. We can just zoop.
You're scared, Superman. Admit it.
Let's go to like 2 minutes, 1 minute countdown, so that I have a little bit of time to send out the stream, and then we're going to be ready for this Into the Verse Multiversus stream. Volume could be higher, but I think the levels are good. I'll turn it up a bit. Music might be loud, but when they start talking, they probably won't be as loud. Alright, and I'll share the stream while we get started. But yeah, I will really appreciate anyone who's new here to subscribe, because it hurts to see. Goddamn, this part is loud as hell. Why they do that? It really hurts to see the subscriber count go down. Like every time it goes down one single number, I'm like, ow. Ouch. It's a pain. It physically pains me. But I can't complain too much because the subscriber count went up like a huge amount when we did our Comic-Con stream. It went up like 100 subscribers. So losing 5 after gaining 100, I gotta weigh the good and the bad, right? I'm not too upset. But we're on our way to 1,000. So I wanted to keep trending upward, right? I don't ever want it to go back down. I'm making content very, very frequently, streams and videos. And when this new update comes in for Mortal Kombat, we're gonna be very excited. Yo, look at that Batman animation. He looks fire. Also, that we got a new Batman skin coming to the game. I'm fingers crossed it's on the battle pass.
Welcome back,
bro.
everybody, to Into the
I don't want to
Verse,
pay for it, but I do want it.
It is time to talk about the Powerpuff
All right, so let me send out the
We are
stream
so
while they get
excited.
into
We're your
it.
hosts, Ajax and Ryan Ross, live from WB San Diego. We're so excited to tell you guys about Season 3. We've got Sugar, we got Spice.
Look
we
in
got
the
a
back
whole lot
for
of big
any new
nights
teasers.
and some girl power to show off this episode, which we're very excited about.
The
Yeah,
Batman,
one of
actually, the
most
Batman
characters we
statue
added to
here
the game is live
could
received
technically be a
one
teaser.
character, so you will be playing all of them at the same
Who
time.
is this? That Beetlejuice
despite
coming
some
out the
people
TV?
Going at it a little bit, deciding which one of them is the best, which we'll talk about.
You know who'd be a good character for this game?
But we don't, that's not all we have to
Freakazoid.
talk about.
True enough, we have a whole lot.
Nobody remembers
including
Freakazoid,
some
probably.
things to share with you.
But
Exactly.
Freakazoid
For
would be
example,
sick.
We once again have Twitch drops coming to you this
Oh,
season.
Twitch
We're very
drops, I
excited about that.
forgot.
Those will start tomorrow with the patch
Okay,
and
Twitch
go on
drops
for 1
start
week.
tomorrow.
We've got the Beacon sticker, 100 Gleamium,
I need
and
that
a
100
awesome
Gleamium.
profile pic that will all be earnable for you guys watching any of your favorite streamers on Twitch, which is super exciting. Always
Yeah,
excited.
I'm
to
not
bring,
on Twitch, so you guys
drops
can't
to
get
the
drops
table
from
and
me, but
celebrate
I will
you
be
guys
getting
and the
drops
community, for
myself.
supporting the game. And we also make
I can
sure you are
suggest some
dropping your
Twitch streamers,
questions
though.
in Discord and on Twitch. We are going to be pulling those questions to
Alright,
answer.
what's I
at the
about
end
to
of
do?
the
Oh,
stream
send
as
out the
well. Make
stream,
sure that we get some of your burning questions answered.
Yes, of course, we have a quick breakdown
I
as
also
well
need to
coming
plug
in
in my
from
phone.
the one and only Cat as well. That will be happening a little bit. But before we do that, for anybody who may have not seen it, we did have to call in some heroes. So let's take a look at the gameplay trailer for the Powerpuff Girls.
The city of Townsville, a perfect site of tranquility. Well, actually, there is only one group of adorable heroes who could return this universe to order.
So yeah, I did see this trailer already. That's what the video in chat is. And I think they look good. Powerpuff Girls actually look really cool. There is like a cycle between all three of them type of mechanic. Where they say like, I think Bubbles is fast but does less damage and knockback. Blossom is slow but does more damage and knockback. And wait, did I say that right? No. Bubbles is fast. Buttercup is slow. Blossom is in the middle. She's balanced. And then, boom, our other character that we're going to be getting mid-season 3, Nubia. This is the character I'm really excited for. This is going to be a main, 100%, a day one main. I can't wait. I already really like Wonder Woman in this game. I just got her Wonder Woman 84 movie skin that's in the Prestige store. That thing is clean. And yeah, I need Nubia. I need Nubia to have a similar skin too. She need that sauce.
Ew, why do you smell like
Oh yeah,
bologna?
it also looks like Powerpuff Girls have a command grab type move. And depending on which Powerpuff Girl is the leader, it'll throw you in different directions.
You are just a fuzzy
That sounds pretty sick.
I wanna smoosh my
I know command grabs are not really command grabs in Multiversus because there's no block button,
And
but
once again, the day is
close enough, you know?
saved, thanks to the Powerpuff Girls.
We did miss them, indeed. The Powerpuff Girls will be finally joining the multiverse. Of course, Batman had some data on them a little bit early on.
As he is wont to do, he's
yeah.
the greatest detective of all time.
Yeah, you know, maybe would have gotten a little more information if the Joker didn't just go and, you know, kind of mess up the cape.
That's true. That's true. He does like to hack Batman stuff.
Yes, but of course, this is the season for Sugar, Spice, and everything nice. You got the Powerpuff Girls, and of course, the Queen of the Amazons herself, Nubia, which will be coming later on in this season for the mid-season patch. Looking very much look forward to talking about her in the near future. But for right now, we have, of course, not just the stars of the show that have joined the game, but also the original stars of the show, because we were able to bring in all of the original voices for the Powerpuff Girls. We got Catherine, E.G. Daly, and Tara Strong reprising their roles as
oh,
the
the
Powerpuff Girls.
original.
A lot of fun to be able
I
to
could
hear
tell
them
it was
on
Tara
screen.
Strong.
It's
But yeah, I
just-
didn't know they got
there's so
all
much
three
life and
original
joy
Powerpuff
to
Girls
these
voice
characters. If
actors.
you've never
That's
watched
pretty
the show
sick.
before, of course, the combination being put together by Professor Utonium, accidentally dropping that chemical X in there. They are fun. They're also extremely powerful to go along with their name.
You know, I was thinking about this earlier, and you have to wonder how much he worries when they go out, right? Because on the one hand, they're basically tiny gods, but on the other hand, they're also like 8.
Yeah.
And so it's like they're going out and fighting crime,
that's
and
a
he's
good
just
point.
like at home, like, oh, you know, I guess I'll keep making breakfast.
Yeah, you know, the joke of you know, we call them for help is kind of funny because they are the solution always.
Correct.
So you know, you have Superman on the scene, they show up, it's just as fearful. So it but there's a lot to their kit, of course.
I think the
which we
Powerpuff
have
Girls are
to
about
talk
as
about.
strong
It's
as
not just them, of course,
Superman,
we also have
canonically.
the fan favorite Rowdy Rough Boys, which will be the
Wrong one.
wrong
My
one.
bad.
They do indeed use the phone. But we have the Rowdy
Here we
Rough
go.
Boys that everybody got to see in the trailer as well. That will be joining, completely voiced over as well.
Oh,
that
wow,
is our
different
Tier
voices.
70 Battle Pass
That is
skin.
the Tier 70 skin. Okay,
Yes.
that's good to know.
That one, it will be, I think, used pretty often. There's a lot of unique things to it. For anybody who noticed the crayon emote, they're like, well, the Rowdy Rough Boys wouldn't do that. Well, yeah, you're right.
Oh, they have-
wouldn't do that.
They have a unique
So,
emote.
we'll leave
That's
that-
interesting.
That's the point.
We'll leave that for you all to see. They also show up on.
Okay,
other
so that means that
spaceship
other skin that they
or,
showed
the ship, I guess.
Is gonna be like a paid
But
skin.
It's kind of a
It's
spaceship.
kind
It's
of.
a UFO
Yeah.
thing.
He makes things. It is me. It is him, Mojo Jojo, who makes the thing.
It has to go into space at some point during the series, doesn't it? I think it does.
You know, honestly, I can't remember.
I can't either. It's been a long time.
Yeah, that
but
show came out a
you know,
grip ago.
it's very reminiscent of spaceships.
Yeah.
We can go with that.
We'll chalk it up to UFO. Well, we're
Exactly.
Well, one thing that, of course, is a regular staple of the show is a quick breakdown coming in from the cat. So let's take a little look at exactly how Powerpuff Girls play.
What's going on, everybody? It's your community manager, Nakat, and today I am here to talk about the Powerpuff Girls joining the Multiversus roster. They are the newest addition to
we're
Multiversus.
getting right into
and
the
it's not
breakdown,
one,
all right.
Not two, but all 3 of them together as one character. But that doesn't mean that they don't have properties that are unique to themselves. With the
Wait a
Powerpuff
minute.
Girls passive ability,
This Garnet.
Sister Act, the Powerpuff Girls
What's
can
up with
swap
Garnet?
between each
That's her
other
default
using down
skin with no
special.
glasses. How they do
Different
that?
leaders apply unique attributes to the trio. Bubbles is fast, but her hits
Now
have less
she has the
knockback.
glasses back on. What
Buttercup
was up
is
with
slower,
that?
But her hits have
Is that just
more
a
knockback, and Blossom is balanced between the
her
two
idol
of them.
pose? I never
Different
saw
leaders
that. If it
also
is,
change the properties
It is.
of the
It's an
girl's
idol
special
pose.
moves. So depending on which girl you're using, there is going to be a significant dedicated purpose for using that girl. So now getting into the
Alright.
Powerpuff Girls normal attacks. The first grounded normal attack we're going to talk about is the Powerpuff Girls dash attack, which actually has the ability to ring out opponents off of the top. It is a great vertical
shit, I missed it.
sending move,
Oh, their dash
and
attack,
you are
the-
able to
the
combo off
roll.
of this move depending on the opponent's damage.
Ooh,
The next
combo
move that
of
I'd like to talk about is the Powerpuff Girls side attack.
Wait, hold on. Run that
Side
back real quick because I did miss
vertical,
the.
which actually has the ability to ring out opponents off of the
Okay,
top.
there we go.
It is a great
Oh yeah, that
vertical,
does hit very
sending move,
or send them
and you're
very
able to
vertical.
combo off this move depending on the opponent's damage.
Why not show
The
us
next
what they
move
can
that I'd like
combo
to
with
talk
it
about is
though?
the Powerpuff
Like,
Girls side attack.
Why
Side
are
attack
you
is a
gatekeeping?
3-hit combo that controls a lot of space and goes pretty far.
yeah, all
What I mean
3
by
of them
this
throw a
is,
hit
if
out.
I use the first one, I am able to connect, right? You see how she kind of lunges forward?
It's like a
However,
dash in.
on the
Boom.
second one, I don't always have to try to land the first one. I can space myself in a way where I hit with the second hit of the move.
Crazy
which
that
then
they're
will
a
allow me
ranged
to start
character.
finishing to the third hit of the move. Or if I just want to
Oh, shit,
maximize
man.
spacing
Oh,
as
he
much as
reset.
possible, I
What the
can
fuck was
hit
that?
with the final move as well. Again, this move is very fast. They lunge forward, so it has a lot of range, and it will just strictly knock the opponent
And I
back,
guess
but you
depending on
can
which-
combo into other options
was
with
sick.
this move traditionally.
Depending
like
on which
other side
Powerpuff
attacks
Girl you have out in
as
front,
well. So you want to be able to use
might
it
make
in
the
that
ender
regard,
different,
too.
right?
Powerpuff Girls grounded neutral attack allows them to slide on the floor towards an opponent. This not only allows them to duck
Grounded
under certain
neutral
things,
attack.
but it is a move that is strong, and depending on which girl you are, will determine how strong the move is. Of course, with Blossom, she has a good balance between both strength and speed. Therefore, you're going to
Okay,
hit the move,
interesting.
and you're going to send the opponent flying.
And
with
that can
it.
go under
Bubbles is a bit
projectiles.
weaker,
even?
so you're going to notice that the opponent doesn't fly as high when getting hit by this move, and Buttercup sends the opponent the furthest. The Powerpuff Girls down attack is a good
Damn.
combo
That
start
shit has
move
so
that knocks the
much-
opponent towards you.
Like,
It's
it
very
takes so
fast
much,
and will have a
screen
lot
real
of
estate.
use
Look at it.
at the ledge when your opponent is trying to come up.
Now,
or
does
if
the
your opponent has
does
a
the
tendency to
phone
roll
have a
lot on the
hitbox, or is it
ground,
just
this will
the
be a
2
good
that go
move to
out
cover
that have the hitbox?
option. As you can see,
That
the girl
shit has
slams down
crazy
the phone,
screen
and
control.
they shoot out towards the opponent, pretty much bringing them in.
The middle
to get
Powerpuff
comboed
Girl probably
vertically.
doesn't
You
hit
can either
on that
send
one.
them vertically again if you want upon landing this move.
It might
or
just be the
you
two
can
on the
actually
side.
use your forward air or anything that will send them horizontally as well. The Powerpuff Girl's grounded up attack is actually pretty cool. They are able to turn into a grounded tornado, vacuuming the opponent and
That's sick.
sending them upward. The awesome thing about this move is not only does it have a lot of range, but it also has the ability to ring out on the top blast zone. And if I was Buttercup in this situation, I would have a much easier time landing that ring out, which of
Okay.
course adds to just how cool it is to be able to have different unique buffs depending on which
So I was
girl
saying
you are controlling at that
you
time.
want to start the match
Use this
with
move as a great anti-air tool or even
Bubbles,
as an approach tool,
'cause
as you
she's
can actually
fastest,
combo into it
and then
with
once
the
you
jab.
get to that higher
Getting into
damage,
the Powerpuff Girls grounded
go
special
Buttercup and get the
attacks.
kill, or go
Neutral
Blossom,
special on the
and you'll
ground
just
allows
be
the Powerpuff Girls to
best
each
of both
use a
worlds.
unique ability that has the potential to either ring out an opponent
Oh,
or, of
shit.
course, be comboed into. So, depending on which one you do, will have pretty much a use
has
that
frost
is unique
breath.
to each girl. The next move I like to talk about
Buttercup
is
looked like
side
she had a
special
heat
on the ground.
vision. I didn't see
Side
what
special on the
Bubbles
ground
was.
has the ability to send out a girl to grab an
Yeah, that's
opponent
the
and
grab.
actually throw them. If I'm controlling
like,
Blossom, Buttercup will be thrown and throw the opponent down.
Oh,
I'm able
down,
to actually
okay.
combo
It's like a
off of
bounce.
this because of the ground bounce. And if I want to use this at the ledge, I can throw the opponent
Oh, she can just
downward
throw
onto
you
the
down
stage
off
and try
the
to set up
stage.
for an edge guard. If
That's
I'm
clean.
controlling Bubbles and I throw Blossom, Blossom will throw the opponent back towards the
Backwards.
girls so
That
they can
looks
combo
like,
off of it. And if
Agent
I'm controlling
Smith's
Buttercup
throw.
and I throw Bubbles, I'm actually able to throw the opponent upward and either ring out off of this, or I can actually just apply more damage depending on how far they go when I throw them, which varies depending on, of course, the opponent's damage percentage. So you want to use this to not only pressure opponents in neutral, but of course to combo off of it as well and set up for ring outs. Something cool is that if you hold this move, the girl will go further. So this is what it looks like if I tap. This is what it looks like if I hold.
The audio's weird.
Much different. And if you want to learn even more moves that the Powerpuff Girls have to offer,
It's like the game
be
audio.
sure to
His
check
mic
out
audio is
the
fine. The game
official
audio keeps going
Multiversus
in
YouTube
and out.
channel, and of course, drop a subscription. We will be uploading the rest of this breakdown to the official YouTube channel for you all to watch right after this episode of Into the Verse. So thank
there's
you so
more
much for
breakdown
watching.
that they're not
This has
showing?
been the
Why
Cat,
is that?
your community manager. Again, please sure to check out the rest of this video if you want to see the full moveset and breakdown of the Powerpuff Girls. This is Nikat.
Why
Going
not
back
just
to the
show us the whole
studio.
breakdown? This is
Take it
literally
easy.
what we came here for.
So
To watch the breakdown.
We've already seen multiple comments pop up saying nerf Buttercup specifically, which just
No,
Buttercup.
Nerf Buttercup.
So
That's my
let's give you a
favorite one right
reason
now.
To want to talk about all three of them because not only are they're very easy to pick up, very easy
Buttercup
to
is
use,
my
a lot of
main
people
right
I've
now.
seen.
I mean,
3
you
and
know,
1, I've seen a lot of
right? They're
comments.
3 and 1,
Man,
so I
it looks
can't
like
play
they did
one
some
without the
reviews, but
other.
Actually, the way to combo and string together is actually very straightforward. And for anybody who's looking, they might notice something different on the training mode here too. We are
What's
currently
different?
doing some
Oh.
additions
The
to the
combo
lab. We have
counter
returned
thing.
The combo counter to the lab as well. There will be more stuff coming.
Why
in
was there
the
no
future, so
why did they
super
take
excited
that
to share
out?
all that.
What would
But
be the
that combo
purpose of
counter
not
will give you an
having the
idea
combo
exactly
counter?
How much unique things they can pull off. So you have some of your best starters, which include.
You know what I'm saying? They make some interesting choices at PFG.
As he likes to speak every time I reset.
Why would you get rid of
Your
the
down
combo
attack
counter?
pulls people in. It allows you to follow up and get easy combo starters into your nair or up special, things like that. Your jabs are also great because you could use that low percents to string into down attack. But it's not just that. They have something unique that we have never done before.
What is
their
that?
signature perk called Rainbow Dash
Their signature.
will actually
perk.
allow you to input a dash attack in the air. We have never done that. So what you get to do is
Dash
do
attack
stuff
in the
like
air.
Nair, buffer into dash attack to get a guaranteed follow-up.
But how do you
The dash
dash
attack on
in
the
the
ground
air? It's just
Also usually only follows the floor.
that sounds
This
like it's
one
gonna
says
be
straight
weird
up.
because dash
If you
attacks
go
on the
up,
ground
you
are already
actually go
kind of
into the
weird.
air. So you can chase after
Oh,
someone
you can
instead.
go aerial
And
after.
4% will let you follow up too.
I
So
mean,
a big key
I'm probably gonna
factor
use that
which we're
signature
going
perk,
into
I'm
a
not
lot
gonna
later
lie.
Is combo expression character uniqueness and skill expression for players in general. We're trying to expand on that.
That's actually kind of
this season.
tough. That's a pretty
So
good
it won't
signature
just
perk.
be,
My only problem with the
even though
perks
Jrod
is
a
that
great starter, of course, for this character,
a lot of the
you get
perk
easy
stuff
follow-ups
could
on,
just
to
be
find
in
everything
the
at lower-
character's
higher
moveset.
percents, it's easy to
Like,
get the eye out of.
they
But
make the
when you go
characters
for,
better,
things such as the grabs,
but it's
which
like
all of them
you gotta
have
buy those
different
perks
from,
with your random ass
the cat a
perk
little while ago.
currency.
You have
Why not
bubbles
just put it in the
sent
game?
in towards you, which is easy to follow up on. You have Buttercup, who uses get down from there. Buttercup is more of a KO throw, which will have bubbles send out and send straight up. But there's something super unique about this throw as well.
It's kind of like
When there's
Tremor,
multiple characters,
because you gotta know who you're
usually
switching into.
there's unique ways to play multiple characters in a kit. One of those things being, of course, desyncs, which you can actually do. So if you decide to use a throw and you dodge during it, you could actually move up further, so you could get a follow-up that you normally
Okay.
wouldn't.
Oh,
So you can
okay.
line up stuff like this.
So you can you
Or-
can dash cancel the
There.
throw.
Mojo, talk again. Thank you very much. You go to Buttercup. At higher damage windows, the eye laser is a very strong KO option, but you can't combo into it unless you do this.
Oh.
So you can close that gap and get in close during the grab.
Dash cancel
Yes.
your
So, there's a
throw.
lot
Sounds
of
kind of
depth to this
tough,
character. There's a lot of
actually.
unique ways to play them. You could also
So she
do
actually
things-
is gonna be like
There we go.
or they are gonna
Gotta
be a
give him some
command grab
shine.
character.
Yeah, you know, he's a very talkative monkey.
So
That's
you can
pretty
also
sick.
do things such as jabs into.
And
walking
now that I look at it,
while
it's
you're
like a
using the
hit
down
throw
special, you can drift forward
that
and
has
follow
one
up.
hit.
So there's always ways to.
So it's
follow
not
up
really a
things together.
breakable throw like the
One
other
thing that
throws
gets
in the
asked
game.
commonly as well is how do the leaders work?
'Cause you just
do
grab
always
'em and
start
then
as
throw 'em.
Blossom, but when you get knocked out, you will remain the character that you were on. So if you decide that you want to switch your playstyle, is more leaning
Makes
towards
sense.
bubbles. You will always be bubbles throughout the match unless you switch. Same thing with Buttercup. Same thing with Blossom. Whatever the leader is, every time you get KO'd, you will always remain on that last leader.
And it's cool that each of them individually kind of lends themselves to a different part of the match. Of early on, having bubbles to kind of get some of that early damage in might be able to let you close those gaps, or depending on how strong of a hit your teammate is versus whether they're more speed oriented, maybe somebody like Blossom will help you kind of get some of that damage in. And then you can always switch into Buttercup for the slam dunks, the KOs, any of your rolls to go for the kill.
Yeah, there are a lot of different ways that you can approach with this character. There's a lot of fun ways that you can use it. And something that we're very keen on in this patch as well is improving ways to start combos with landing aerials, which we're going into a lot later on. But as you can see here, it's very easy to move forward. As I screwed it up entirely.
Later on, are there some patch notes,
It's
like
very
some
easy.
I didn't say it before, and I was
every
like, how many
character
combos
type
does
patch
Ajax
notes
drop
that we should know about?
But you have different ways to be able to land now with different approach tools. It's not just, of course, the nair. You have down air, which is another great
Ooh.
way to get in as well. And we want to make sure.
Honestly,
that
they do
we're
look like they
using
have a lot of
many
combo
different ways as you
potential.
can, to approach. You can use
Where
things
is
like
my
IAD,
phone charge?
side special as well. When you use the aerial tackle, they have
Oh, it's
different
down
directions
here.
that they send. So for
That's not it.
Buttercup, she always sends down, which will let you
Alright,
follow
hold
up on that ground bounce. And in the air, it's a way to be able to get early KOs off the side. So very unique character, a lot of depth to them, a lot
the
of
hell?
fun.
My
to
phone
them.
isn't charging.
Definitely one of the most fun I think that we have ever had putting a character together. And for anybody who's curious, I did see a couple comments.
How's my
about,
phone not charging? This thing is definitely
all these
plugged
new
in.
characters getting all these unique things. Are we ever going to see
There we go.
new stuff come to old characters? Are we going to see reworks come to older characters? Stay tuned for about 20 minutes from now. So
20
that's pretty much
minutes?
the Powerpuff Girls. There's a lot of unique stuff to them. They're a lot of fun.
20 minutes they're gonna
It's not
talk
the
about
only
reworks?
first
I want to
that,
see reworks for
to
sure.
show off. We have a brand new
But why we gotta wait
character
20
joining
minutes?
This season as well.
Honestly, I love that the Powerpuff Girls themselves feel like a team. Not only does their personality shine through in the kit, but and the fact that they have those subtle differences to their moves, but all of the moves, whether it's in a combo, whether it's the individual twists on the moves based off of who's in front, they all still continue to work together. They're constantly dashing in and out, coming back to each other, tagging each other in, grabbing each other. They really feel like a unit, which I feel like is such a
Right, as they
unique
should.
concept for a character.
Yeah, like the idea of playing as only one of them is definitely something that a lot of people have talked about, but you want to use all.
Yeah, I
three
thought maybe
as a
it
way
would be
to
one at a
really change
time,
the way you
and then
play,
you like
have
switch
unique
one
factors
out for
to
the
the
other.
way you
But I like that
use
they're all
moves, which
three
I'm
on
gonna show
screen
you
at
along
once,
with the other
and you
signature
just
perk
switch
in a
who's
second.
your point character.
The The differences between them, of course, Blossom being more of the all-around one, Bubbles being faster, a little less damage, but great way to get in, and probably one of the best combo setup ones. And then Buttercup, who hits super hard, very accurate to the show as well. And I mean, we all know
she's the hard hitter.
which one is the best one.
Oh, should we say it on 3? We should
Buttercup?
say it on 3.
Yeah, no,
Buttercup.
it's Mojo Jojo. So let's continue.
Okay.
Let's talk about the midnight screening,
It's Buttercup.
which, of course, is a new stage that we're adding into the beginning of season 3.
Oh,
This one is
the
a lot of
Gremlin
fun.
stage.
It's our first asymmetrical map.
Yeah, look at
we
that.
really put a lot of effort
Asymmetrical
into
stage
designing.
is interesting.
This one, you have the pillar over here, which also includes a little gremlin kind of hanging for dear life over there. But the pulley system
There
is
you go.
interesting because when you land on the pulley system,
Oh, it
it'll
starts
make
to go
this one go
down.
down, and it'll make the opposite side here go up. So if you're playing, say,
Didn't know there was another
and
one
you
over
see
there.
a teammate who's struggling a little bit, and you're trying to help them reposition a platform to help them out, you can go on one side and either lower it or raise it. Or if you see an opponent who's maybe trying to recover low, and you're on the other side, and you land on it, all of a sudden, you don't have a platform to land on anymore, and they have to deal with somebody who's over here.
Now, all they've got is the wall.
Interesting.
Yeah,
A wall and a
Interesting.
dream.
A hope at best. This one, of course, you ever wonder what movie they were watching?
It
before?
seems like you can see a couple frames here and there. You might be able to kind of guess.
No, it just looks like it's
No,
the
it's
Gremlins
just
and,
they're in front of the projector.
yeah, they're messing with projector in the
They're
background. Now,
watching
of course, the
Gremlins,
like
right?
you know, they'll have a good show. So whenever you get knocked out,
They're watching Gremlins 1.
they cheer.
As they should. They're having
They
a grand
going
old time.
crazy.
They don't care who wins or loses. They're just there to have a good time.
And for anybody who's curious,
pretty
the
sick.
pulley system will not actually move when you have the stage hazards off. So they will,
okay.
stay directly in place.
Essentially turn into additional
Stationary.
Yes, and then for the 1v1 version, since this is a very large stage overall, the pulleys are actually gone. It's brought in a little bit more, so that will
Okay.
only be this section and then this part right here.
Keep
So-
the fight all on top of each other. No one's going to be able to run off to the platforms for safety.
Yeah, and a lot of focus, of course, will be pretty much around
Makes
the center
sense.
here. Now, was talking about the additional perk. The other perk being, let's see here, an extra ingredient.
Extra
So,
ingredients.
as you, of course, know,
Chemical
the individual girls have different
X.
powers. But when you use the extra ingredient, it'll add on the elemental base portion. So you get 4 stacks of frost from neutral special on Blossom, which will help you follow up easier. It's a lot harder to run away from those situations. A lot of
Oh,
people
that's
use
sick.
panic dodge away from something like that.
Wait, so
That's
normally
mostly
they don't have
for
elemental effects?
Blossom, it'll add a small stun.
Oh,
which will allow you to
shit.
get a follow up. Of course, the more you use the stun, the quicker it goes away. It's a decay of anytime you use stun, so that way people aren't locked in them forever.
Makes sense.
And then for Buttercup,
You get
if you
burn,
actually
right?
it lights them
Yeah.
on fire.
That's sick.
And that way you can potentially use that perk to combo with your teammate, depending on if they have freeze mechanics
That's
or burn
sick.
mechanics.
That's
you
actually-
wanna
but
stack
so
on
I
top
guess
of. You're able to
those
then
moves
use
don't
that perk to
give
kind
you
of
elemental damage
additionally,
without that
build
perk.
those stacks and help add that extra damage.
Yeah, and it's really easy for people who maybe don't know how to use the dash attack input in the air for Rainbow Dash. A little bit too much, so it allows you to play.
I want to use the dash input, the air dash thing,
That
but
is our mid-season. Excuse me.
That one
our
looks pretty good,
season
too.
3 Map. We also have our mid-season map, which some of you have seen in the trailer.
There's another map?
Actually,
we
that's
played it
this
today.
guy, yeah.
Yeah, that is the.
Oh,
Burning
okay,
Townsville,
the Burning Townsville.
Other version of Townsville, which is just if the 2
Look at
platforms
him in
were
the
broken,
background.
like the Townsville version of Mojo Jojo. It is our smallest center platform stage. It is 1v1 exclusive.
sheesh. I was about to
So
say
it
that's
is,
too
a
small
stage
for
that brings in,
2v2s or
a little
free
more
for all.
room. Definitely going to be a place where you get to be really aggressive.
It looks sick though.
like very
I want a
often, and
2v2
also
free for all
aesthetically
version
just
of this.
Super visually pleasing.
The mayor's having a bad day.
You know, this is like an average day in the city. Like,
Their insurance costs have to be astronomical.
yeah, I mean, I've heard him mention like billions of dollars a few times. He seems to be fine.
Either they've got
yeah.
great taxpayers or the mayor's got some sort of side hustle going on. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
We're not
you know?
being surprised.
Well,
now, of course, the most important question, most important thing of all.
Battle Pass?
Which one's the best one? Which one is the best
Okay.
one? Now, we didn't actually discuss this before we went live.
We were leaving it. We're leaving it for live.
Buttercup.
Do we want to say it on 3?
Yeah, we'll do it on 3.
Buttercup
right?
Okay.
free.
1, 2, 3. Buttercup.
It's Bubbles.
No way.
Bubbles.
Okay, Buttercup Bubbles has the best personality,
Yes.
but
Buttercup free.
I personally, and don't get me wrong, all the voice actors are extremely talented. I just love the rasp in Buttercup's voice and the fact that she's got that little edge and toughness to her. Like,
Buttercup has a whole episode dedicated to her being stinky, and that is exactly what you're being like right now.
That's fair. You know, I hadn't thought about
Hey,
that.
Bubbles
look.
always shows up, super fun, super hilarious, and it's Team Bubbles. It's Team Bubbles. I'm sorry.
I'm still
That's
Buttercup.
just the way things
You
go.
know, we'll have to agree to disagree.
She's a hard
but,
hitter.
You know,
You know
She
what's
don't
funny?
take no
Before I
shit.
started to rewatch
It's crazy that no one
Girl,
said
I
Blossom,
actually
but
was more Team Buttercup, and then
Blossom
when I
is
rewatched
too
the shows,
straight
like,
and narrow.
Bubbles is hilarious.
That's fair. I mean, Bubbles is hilarious. That's true. And I think, personally, I'll defend Buttercup one last time. I think it's the fact that without Buttercup, it would be too bright.
Yeah.
You know, you need that
Right.
contrast. You need the vanilla with the chocolate type deal. Otherwise, you're gonna miss out on flavor.
Yeah, then of course the one we did talk about, Blossom. What y'all doing? But anyways, we have, of course, a new ranked season that will be coming up.
That's true,
Very
that's true.
important one, which will include,
New ranked
of
season.
course, all 3 of them.
Personally, I do not
pulled out right there.
care.
As everybody saw with the last season,
I don't think the ranked skins are that good.
Your Samurai Jack skins, but you will be able to do the same thing.
And I don't even feel like
for,
sweating in
all
ranked
of the Powerpuff
that
Girls.
much.
And of course, with ranked comes a lot of new information, which I did
A
not
lot of changes.
have pulled up on my screen here, and I went past it. Give me a second. Everybody, don't worry about this technical difficulties. Ajax knows exactly what he's doing. There it is. All right. So, ranked, of course, big topic of discussion.
I'll let it play for y'all, but I don't really care about rank changes.
We're saying, and we paid attention to the way that the rank was going. It was our first season of ranked. We had a lot of learning to do, a lot of things to change. So, for starters, for one, if you were in Diamond or Master, when you go into the next season, if you have any character in Diamond or Master, the first time you play additional character, whatever alter character you want, you will be bumped up to Silver 5 or Gold 5. So that way you're going right out of the early ranks. You're not queuing with anybody down in Bronze or Silver or any of that to help one. Well, you'll be in Silver if you are started in Diamond, but if you are trying new characters, it'll help speed up the process. It'll help move people away from the lower ranks, so that way you're playing people more on your level, and also help everybody to get those Master 2 runs, which
Those in Masters tend to know at least a decent amount of the core game mechanics. They transfer well to other characters, even if they've got their strong kind of flagships.
Yeah, and again, a lot of it is just being able to allow people to try more characters out, be able to reach Master faster. We've saw a couple of
Master
people
faster.
like Tomono Kuro and Pandolce. Congratulations to both of them getting every single character in 1v1s or 2v2s respectively. That was really cool to see today. So y'all deserve a fun shout out.
See, like, that's too much
And then
sweating, in
for,
my opinion.
Defeating a player
Every
of higher
character in
tiers than
ranked,
you now receive a
it's
higher
crazy.
minimum RP gain.
I'm trying to
Before
get
that
every
calculation,
character to
there
max,
was,
like,
a bit
level
of
up to
inconsistency,
15.
for some people
So it's
who
not really
were,
max
so
level,
let's
but
say,
that's the last
in
level where
Master
you
and
get
they were
free stuff.
in
So
Platinum, and wondering
trying to
why
get
they
every
weren't
character to
getting,
15 or more. I had
RP.
every
We have made an
character
adjustment
to
towards that, so we wanna make sure that
level
when you are
15
beating
or
someone with a
higher
higher skill
in the
level,
beta, and then they
you
just
are
reset all the
optimally rewarded
levels.
for that.
Now I gotta
Same
start
thing,
over.
of course, on the opposite end. If you are losing
It's
to
kind
someone
of ass.
of a higher tier that you happen to match with someone who's a little bit higher up, a pretty big difference in MMR, there'll be a lower overall
Hey, yeah.
RP loss gain. So, yeah, we changed up the way that the values will work, so that way the grind will feel a little bit easier, a little smoother.
I'm not
We wanted to
grinding.
make
What
that
are we
process a
getting
lot better
for
everyone,
casual
as we
players?
continue
What are
to,
casual players
pay
getting?
attention to ranked, of course. The values, if we don't believe that they're working enough from what we're seeing, we will go in and tune those in with hot fixes. We're going to be keeping an eye on that actively throughout the season. So it's not just, hey, everybody, this is the Band-Aid. This is the guaranteed answer to what we're doing right now. We'll be keeping an active eye on that.
In general, know that we are pretty much constantly reviewing systems, looking at ways to improve, cover pain points, give you guys new ways to keep the game fresh, fun, exciting, and constantly improving.
Yeah, and likewise, for anybody who's newer, we have switched to open skill to allow it. So if you are, say, a brand new player, you're joining us for the first time here for the Season 3, welcome if you are. You will not be paired right away into someone who's been playing, while you're more likely to be paired into someone who's closer to your rank or a newer player. Likewise, if you are someone who, say, took a break for a little bit. You took a break for the season, or you had a couple of the games you want to try out. You're coming back, you're getting ready to grind ranked again.
You took a vacation, work got busy,
Yep.
you know, kids, whatever it may be.
Yeah, and you're worried that your first match you're gonna show up and it's the number 2 ranked overall player, and you're like, oh, wow.
I'm out of practice.
Yeah, that won't be happening. We're also looking at, we also changed the same thing for that. So if you haven't played for a little bit, your first few matches as you get reacclimated will be everybody's close to your skill level, and if you didn't lose a beat, then you get bumped back up to where you should be, where you'll be playing all the higher skill levels.
A little bit more of a gentle re-entry, if
Yep.
you will.
Yeah, very, very important. We paid close attention to ranked all season, and we want to make sure we make that experience as best as we possibly can. So we're really excited about that going to this next season. This has been something we've been wanting to talk about for a little while now. And in an upcoming future patch, we'll also be showing win streaks. So if you see someone who has that 10 win streak and you want to get rid of that, you could be able to see.
All right,
but
let's
also
get
you
to
can
the
flex that,
character
10 win
changes,
streak as
reworks.
well.
What's
Play
up?
a little bit of mind games, you know. You're coming in with a 10-game win streak. You might just get that little bit of sweat going on your opponent.
Yes, I mean, look, it can be very intense, be very
Also, if you look in the back, I've been looking in the back for teasers, right?
Feels so satisfying. And,
So we've got
we also,
this Batman skin
yes, we also raised the target
is
number
coming to the
of
game.
for Master
This
Rank.
Superman skin is already in the game.
Last season, we did start.
We got Agent Smith, we got Jason, a whole bunch of teasers, right? But we don't have this Jason skin.
And which kind of
So maybe they're teasing a new Jason skin. Who knows?
To Grandmaster rank at the end of the season, but so many people were so
I could see
close,
that.
It kind of created a
His
big wall
default
for
is not that far
So, yeah,
off,
we have
but
a
like the
great,
traditional
great
Jason
so
button-up
once you get
shirt,
Master, you
that'd be
earn
clean.
that rank to get there. And
That'd be a
it will
clean-ass
be,
skin. I need
much
that.
more- not only much more satisfying, but also make it easier once we get up to that Grandmaster rank to be able to see people fluctuate. And if you are
But yeah,
Master
I can't
1
see any
or
other
up,
new
so
teasers
Grandmaster,
though.
Master
'Cause
1,
everything else
you
is
will
already
have
in the
RP
game.
decay, if you not played for a bit, so RP will decay for
All
a
right.
So a lot of big changes to ranked. Remember, keep
They're done.
keep
They're done with
out
rank
for
changes,
all of the
finally.
updates that we do as we go along. And if you have any feedback, of course, we're always willing and ready to listen to.
I want to hear the
them.
character
We're
reworks. I want to hear Shaggy nerfs.
We're super excited.
I want to
about
hear
that.
who needs
But that, of course,
buffs.
is not the only thing. We have a lot.
It's a big
lot
season.
more.
It's
It's
a
a
whole
Who
new
needs buffs?
season.
Damn, that
We've
they
got
should
the
buff
new
Tom and
characters,
Jerry.
we've
Tom
got
and Jerry
battle
kind of
pass,
fell off.
We've got new events. We've got plenty to talk about.
Yeah, speaking of that battle pass, actually, let's go ahead and get ourselves situated.
Oh, they're gonna show us the battle pass. All right, let's
talk
do
about
it.
the battle pass because we already talked about who the tier number 70 skin is.
That's true.
Which
Yes,
is
the Rowdy Rough Boys.
But that means that there's 69 other tiers to discuss.
There
True.
are. That
Just
first
show 'em.
one, of course, will be the Powerpuff Girls. But before we pull up the screen, I just have to say we do pay close attention to the requests for skins. We do see that often. We like to ask about that as well.
What have
and
we?
there is a certain there is a one of
What skins have we
Emil
requested?
Svensson, during the stream, we see you in
Mhm.
chat, Emil Svensson. You asked for a certain skin.
Yeah, the one true Rick Sanchez, which is Rick Prime. That is your first 10th tier
Oh, Rick
skin,
Prime skin.
for the Battle Pass. Rick Prime. Will
That's
be
clean.
in the
That's
Battle
clean.
Pass.
I like
Rick
Rick
has
having a battle
Prime.
pass skin. There's a lot of characters that need
We talked about
skins.
this. We talked about this. I love the fact that what makes Rick Prime is the fact that they made him just bald a little bit more.
Yeah, look, he is that much more special than them. Like he doesn't need that because his brain power is so big it is outgrowing the space. Of the
It's
back of
just
his head.
he's literally burning the hair off of his head with the heat generated in his mind.
He also
Alright, so
has
that's 1 through
a unique
10.
rifle as well, very similar to the combat Rick. So
Oh,
there's
look,
a
there's a new type of
you
perk.
hope that all the Rick players are very happy about that. Of course, that is not the only one. We have a lot more.
But wait,
Oh, new
There's
Velma
more.
skin?
There's more. Which some of you, of course, did see the mystery.
That's actually
incorporating
clean.
Velma. That was.
Velma has some
And,
pretty good
the,
skins. I never played his
publisher
character,
herself.
but
Mhm.
she has some clean skins.
a classic skin, and
Mm-hmm.
there's something familiar about it. I feel like we'll probably be touching on later. I'm not sure.
I think that's something that you wore the other day.
You know, we don't have to touch on that. We can
Yeah.
just scroll on right by that.
Let's
But
keep
Yeah,
going.
IRL Norbert, how are you doing?
Okay,
sir?
well.
Of course, that is not all.
Oh, so
we
they're
have
saying
brand
Shaggy
new
also has a
zoning in
skin?
for LeBron.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
Signature
His-
emote, if you will.
I I gotta hate you for that. It's literally. All right, well, we have his signature perk is quite literally he's signing the basketball.
But then he keeps it. He doesn't even give it away.
Doesn't
He
give it
just
to
signs
anyone.
holds
Yo,
on.
that is clean. That profile icon.
Kids, it was for him.
I might change mine to that.
Really get you down in the dumps.
He's the
I think currently I have the other Tom and
Down
Jerry
in the dumps, of course.
like basic
And
profile
another one that's
icon.
asked for quite a bit. I know that the Garnet players are staring
I
at it.
need
Maybe
that.
I'll press right. Maybe I won't. I don't know. We got the training Garnet, which will also be joining.
Garnet didn't need
We
another
love a good
skin.
hot girl summer skin, you know?
It's just a, her
Sometimes I don't know.
default with no shirt.
I should have went over. To
Wait,
get
Tom and
ready for
Jerry.
that. Of course, the one true weakness of the Rowdy Rough Boys, the smooch, which will make them disappear, and everybody's new favorite ring out.
Yo,
I
look at
cannot
the
wait
Tom
to
and Jerry are
This is
actually
gonna be
getting some
everywhere.
I am
sick
so happy
cosmetics.
to see this one.
So
It's
can they
got
also
a
get
little,
buffs?
Like the little cry noise to it too. It's amazing.
It's
So I expect everybody.
Oh yeah,
to be
the toxic
speedrunning
players
to, tier
are
33 by day
definitely
one.
gonna be
You see,
rocking
it's called
that.
the touch of salt, but I feel like we're gonna start with a touch and we're gonna end with a mountain. You know, there's no world in which this stays. just a
Look
touch
at
of
this,
salt.
that's clean.
I
bro.
only figured the entire time I've been reviewing the Battle Pass lately, I did not realize we added this art from the iconic scene. So new profile
Maybe
pic,
I
let's do a
should
profile pic
You
from
can
go
the-
back to
his
maining
laugh.
Tom and Jerry.
It's
I haven't really
Our-
touched them
our
much
team is
since the
just,
beta.
just phenomenal. And,
I think I should pick them back up.
You know, I know Kung Fu with Tom and Jerry because we also got the Karate Chaos Tom and
Karate
Jerry skin. This is actually my
Chaos.
personal favorite one. I'm a big fan of this one. It's gonna be hard for me to not use one for about a month.
They may be martial arts masters, but they still use their weapons.
Yep.
It's clean.
Yep. They're always scheming too. There is no honor or dignity amongst that.
Look, that one gem has
Of course, we have a
Buttercup's
few
face
more.
on it.
We have,
Oh, a new Arya
very
skin.
important, one here.
I'm
Yo,
so
let's
excited about this
go.
skin, dude.
Yeah, you know, Arya's gotten a lot of really
We
cool
got.
skins recently.
Well, I don't.
Which have
Ari,
been
Arya. This is like
just
poor Arya.
phenomenal over and over again. But one that came directly from the show.
Ari. Oh, Ari, when she was pretending to be a guy.
She's this way from the show because it's a very important key point. Just know that at this point,
That's
Arya's
funny.
life kind of sucks a little bit at this point. It's
But
a
at
little
least
rough.
he's with friends. At
Yeah,
least
but it's
he's-
before she
What?
Temporarily.
she learns how to master the
That's all of Game of Thrones.
the
okay?
no name
Yeah,
whatever.
Much like Game of Thrones, also you can never truly trust Arya. As you can
Oh, and
see,
she gets an
so it's
emote.
and something there, and one of my new favorite ring outs as well. Get the W
Ooh,
worm.
Mhm.
It's a dragon-based ring out. This
Game
one
of Thrones
I don't
ring out.
really swap
Clean.
off of the Batwing ring out often, but this one I'm for sure going
It's
to use
the
for a bit.
flames. It's how high the flames rise.
Yeah,
it
that's
almost
clean.
feels like you're condemning them.
Right now I have the
to
Green
death
Lantern
with your
ring out. I
It's-
kind of went back to it.
And with
Literally.
that, with that,
Goes
I
hard.
leave. Now,
Some Iron
Hold on, we
Giant
gotta full
stuff.
screen this.
Oh, that's
Wait, wait, wait,
hard.
we gotta just
Yo, that is clean. Screensaver.
No, there's no chance.
Aw.
wait. No.
Okay, maybe this one. Maybe
We're
this
not.
One?
It's not gonna get the corner, bro.
Oh no. Nah.
Ah.
We got some bad bounces, folks. Hold on.
Alright, we're gonna get it.
We're gonna get it.
Is this the one? This one?
No.
Ah.
Oh, God,
It's a
we gotta get one
rectangle.
good
It's
one.
not
Wait,
gonna
wait,
happen.
One of them's gonna land. One of them.
Oh,
Wait.
no.
Ah. Look, all you need to know is old heads rejoice. We got the old screensaver in here. Wait. No. That could have been the one. Wait. No. Well, we'll never truly
Someday.
know. We'll never
Someday.
truly
We
know.
did. We've seen
Okay.
one.
All right, guys. We get it.
We promise. We saw when
We swear it can happen.
Wait.
We're not crazy. We you know, we're all excited that we're gonna get a good one, and here we are, just sitting waiting on it. And
Yeah.
We've got bad
It's okay. We
bounces
don't.
today.
We don't have anything else.
It's not happening,
All
y'all.
right, but we do have, of course, the Justice Lord Black Adam, which
Justice
is another skin that
Lord?
will be
What-
joining you.
what
You
is
can
that
mention
from?
quick skin. This one
Bro,
is really
just
cool.
give us a
it's-
Shazam skin for Black
takes the
Adam,
sun
bro.
heat.
I don't get how
Cool down.
Black Adam has
It
become
reflects
more
the sun.
popular than Shazam in recent years.
Now,
It kind of
the
pisses
last
me off if I'm
tier,
being
of course,
completely honest.
everybody
Shazam is
aware
better.
of the Rowdy Rough Boys, which will be our tier 70 skin.
Rowdy Rough- but hold
And,
on,
of
Wonder
course,
Woman
the
skin?
Quintessence Lady, who has a freaking chainsaw.
Why does she have
for
a
sword.
chainsaw?
You know, why did they give a demigod a chainsaw?
That goes
I don't know,
really
we're big
hard, but
fans of
why?
Marvel Comics around here, and of course you.
I
got
think around this is
the
gonna be around when
coloring of
Nubia
Hero, which
drops.
A lot of you got to see
Once you get to
in
those
the
higher
trailer as
tiers.
well. But that is.
But what the
of course,
fuck, a
not all we have
chainsaw?
Content to show off.
That's
We have
gonna
Battle
look good
Pass,
in
of course,
game,
every
but
season we
damn.
like to update the Prestige store, which as well. There are middle comics. Oh, we decided we liked
New
a few more.
prestige.
So you have the Dark Knight's Death Metal Batman, which will also be joining.
Okay.
Got spikes on the shoulders.
Ooh.
This one's
Okay,
just,
that's hard.
like,
It's cool.
It's
I
pretty.
I don't really know how else to put it.
thick,
and,
you know?
Well, Superman players.
Anti-life
they just got the Cyber skin
Superman?
a little while ago. Well, congrats. You got a new one.
That was clean.
Anti-life Superman.
I don't think Superman needs
I don't really
many
see a
more
world where I
skins,
don't
though.
see all the Superman switching over to this. There's going to be a battle for who is the true anti-life Superman.
That's true, but also Superman's got some pretty banging skins already.
That's what I'm
I feel like
saying.
at this point
Superman
now
didn't
you're
really
starting to
need
see
new
just
skins.
A variety of Supermans all in their
I mean,
glory,
you know, Batman
Yeah,
didn't
duking it
necessarily
out
need
for
new skins
supremacy.
either,
And
but
it's only going to get better too. We have the announcer pack for the Rowdy Rough Boys
Okay.
in the store as well. And one of my new favorite
I might
banners,
cop that.
the bulletproof. He has the lasers.
I
You
won't
see,
cop
the
that,
bullets
but
flying off.
I might cop
This
that,
one, I don't know how I switch off.
That new
Those
profile
eyes
voice. I like to get a new
suck
profile
so
voice
bad.
like every season.
Yeah,
They're so cool.
It's
Keep
that,
it
once
different.
again, the shout outs to the art team for putting
All
together
right,
the
profile
amazing work
announcer
that they do.
pack.
And then Righteous Anger for the profile to close out the last of. the
That's
Prestige
clean.
store.
I like the
So that's a lot
last
of the
season
new
Prestige
content
store a
we're
little bit
seeing.
better,
That's
but
the only
it's
new
not
content,
bad.
we're going to
Battle
see.
Pass
We
looks
talked
solid.
about, quite a few things already. We talked
I think
about
there's some
Battle
other
Pass,
characters that could
about
use
ranks.
skins, but
Man,
pretty
we still
solid.
got more to go.
Yeah, it's
Give
look,
us
season
character
launches are
reworks
big,
and give us,
events.
like,
We like to
new
make
events.
We want to make sure that there's plenty of new stuff to offer you guys and keep you guys.
This is
I'm
actually a
excited
thick
for it.
stream, though. Usually they're like less than an
There
hour.
was something else that was in that trailer for the Powerpuff Girls that was not just PPG.
That other
There
skin.
was a very big fan favorite skin for a
Mm.
Batman.
The Batman skin. Oh, the Batman skin is not on the Battle
Batman
Pass.
players were been asking quite a bit for more skins.
That's
but
unfortunate.
congrats, we have two very cool ones that are coming. Where is the Batcave? Am I blind? Where is the
Unfortunate
Let's see,
that I won't be getting that Batman skin because I
where
don't
is the
want to pay
Batcave?
Batcave? I
for
don't
it.
see the Batcave. All right, we're going to Teen Titans Tower.
That works.
All right, so we're gonna go
Bah.
and pull up
It is what it is.
not only that. Let's see here.
Oh, also, people were saying there's a Raven tease in
Hold on, I had to
the
pull it up on full screen so people could see
season
exactly how-
3.
So we got
Season 3
Batman
trailer. There's a
1989,
Raven tease, so
that
maybe
will
she's
be
the
joining
next
game
season
as well.
character.
This one is probably the most
Oh,
unique,
that thing is
looking
clean,
skin that we
bruh.
have seen
That
yet.
thing goes
It was
hard.
almost, like out of place of how good it looks.
Yeah, it looks really
Um,
good.
The detail's incredible. You can see just all of the different details on his suit. And, like,
Damn.
the way that it fits. It's
Now,
Yeah,
one
it
thing
is
I love that
fun,
idol
to
pose. They
see
should make
the
that
game,
an
but there's
emote,
a
bro.
reason
It's
also
too
to
good.
look
It's
up.
one of the best idol poses
Batman
in the game.
1989, phenomenal film. But there also happens to be a celebration event coming up pretty soon, which is
For
the
Batman?
85th anniversary. Our man's
Hey, yo.
he's so
Is Batman
old.
crying?
so old.
Why is he so old?
Who are you? So we got the Batman celebration,
yo.
which of course you also saw some unique skins that'll be joining. We have unique
Yes.
Batman skins.
Those skins actually look
for
ass, though. I'm not
episodes.
gonna
Ass.
lie.
You see Finn and Jake, they're celebrating.
Finn and
But
Jake
something else that's
skins,
really
they
cool about
look
this
kinda
event
corny.
Is when you are
Who else
going
gets
to,
skins?
get the skins, you actually will be able to get currency to unlock some of the older skins as well for Batman. So you'll be able to get currency that can be used for the Batman animated skin, the Samurai Batman. So if you're not necessarily
okay.
looking for the individual masks, you just want to get the Batman skins, you could get that. And so a
That
lot of
know
options,
what?
which you will be
That's
seeing
actually a
when
pretty
that one goes
good
live in a few days
event
from now.
thing.
I don't know that I can ever switch off the Batman animated skin. It holds too
Yeah, because
strong a place in my heart.
I don't. I think
It's
I only
tough.
have the
It is,
default skin
it
for
is one of
Batman.
the best ones out there, but
I would like to grab the
for
Samurai
sure
or the
1989
animated one.
Batman
That's
for a little
fair.
while.
That's fair.
If I can
gonna be
unlock
tough to
the
swap off
89
that one.
Batman without paying for it,
but,
I would do that, but I don't
there
think
is,
they'll let us.
Also, of course, the new Rift.
That's correct. That's
Oh
correct.
shit.
Which for the Rift,
Forget about the
there
Rift.
is a new addition that we have added to this, and I'm actually going to show this one off because it's kind of hard to just explain it by itself. For anybody who's aware of what a shoot 'em up is.
There's a
the
shoot 'em up?
shoot-'ems are when you were kind of just scrolling along the side.
There's a shoot 'em
and,
up
you get
in
to
the new
fire
Rift.
A bunch of lasers and individual shots.
Old arcade
Okay,
style.
how you doing?
Yeah,
I was gonna
so,
talk shit, but
it's
actually,
very
let's hear them
side-scroller,
out.
focused.
Let's let them
The
cook.
Powerpuff Girls first Rift actually has that, so we're gonna go ahead and show that. off
Powerpuff
right now.
Girls shoot 'em up.
So the Powerpuff Girls Rift is nap time is over. You will be seeing a return of them trying to chase down Mojo Jojo, who just had the terror in Townsville this last rift, and we had to call for some help to go deal with that.
Hit them up on the hotline.
Yeah, we had to bring the girls in to stop it. So we got Sugar, Spice, and Lasers.
Oh, wow.
And another unique thing, which you will not see just yet,
Oh, it is a shoot 'em up.
is our companion gems, much like Toasty. And I forgot who else we added. In
This is
the last
cool.
one. But you will also be able to get individual companions for the girls themselves. So it won't just be Toasty that you could use. You'll be able to have the girls who do their individual neutral special abilities. So Blossom will be using the Frost. Bubbles will be using the Stun.
Oh, that.
and
So those were the
Buttercup
gems that were on the battle
will be able to
pass
use
that had the
them alongside
Powerpuff
you
Girls'
throughout
face on
the
them.
remainder
Their
of the rift.
companion gems.
I'm a big fan
So
of
in
it.
that way, you do actually get to kind of
Not
have a
bad.
way to use your favorite Powerpuff Girl individually.
Yes, that is where you get to have the
Not
individual
bad.
time to use the Powerpuff Girls. But that is one of our new additions we have to that.
I just wish
It's
they
not
would
surprising
take
we all
out
figured out, of
the
course, don't wanna get
bring
into
another
it.
player into
But we do wanna show
battle.
them the art, though. We gotta show them the
Joan.
rift
We do,
art.
Like-
of course. Like we said, this is the.
We don't
One
have
Time is
to-
Over Rift. There will be some more as well that you.
We don't have to get all the stars, right, to unlock stuff. But I wish there was another challenge
now,
to do besides bring
for
someone else in. I hate.
One of the biggest parts. Of
I
the
don't.
show.
I'm not ever gonna
We
bring
talked
someone
about
else in.
this,
I want to do everything
leading
solo.
up to,
Why am I being
today.
punished for that?
We've been very clear about the fact that a lot of changes have come to combat. Some of you might have noticed actually while I was in training mode with the Powerpuff Girls. You can approach a lot easier with aerials. You can move a little bit easier in the air, and the reason for that is because we have done a pretty big overhaul to the way that works. And when I say pretty big, I mean pretty much every single character in the game has been changed in some way. or another.
Damn.
No.
So this is
We
that
have a couple
rework they were
videos to
talking
show
about.
off that first. Let's go ahead and pull up the first one.
Aerial
Agent
rework.
Smith. The visuals
Okay,
kind of
wait.
give it to you straightforward. Before you would get clamped in the air as you tried to go for certain moves. It was ways to help position and line
Whoa.
things up.
Holy
but
shit.
we realized that that was slowing down the way that you could approach in the air, and it led to a lot of grounded based jabs.
Wait, is that an air dash getting him in, or
anything in the air.
is it just
You
more
maintain your
movement
momentum.
while you're in the air?
Exactly.
Yeah, you maintain your
Yeah, and
momentum.
now that we
Okay.
have, now what we have
That's
done
pretty sick.
is we have basically adjusted the movement speed or the clamps on a lot of aerial-based moves, so you're going to be moving faster in the air with or without dodge boosting. But dodge boosting, as you can see, you're moving.
I think
a couple
Void
frames
made a
further
video
than
recently
you
talking
before.
specifically
And it's not
about
just,
this.
of course, and then you can see that on charge-based aerials too. So charge moves, you stop in position normally, no matter what. But with this new change,
You don't-
actually
you can
approach
charge and
with
move
charge-based
forward,
aerials, too.
okay.
So this isn't just for Velma. You
Also,
got
look at that new
like
Shaggy
Wingdog,
skin.
Who have the charged aerials. You have anybody who has a charged side air. Those types of things will be a lot easier to get in.
It'll also make it more natural as you're
That's
trying
pretty
to
sick.
anticipate movement. You're trying to get that.
It's gonna
spike off the edge of
take
the
getting
map. You're
used
able
to, obviously.
better map your trajectory.
But
through your
I think it's
curve.
gonna be a good
And it will
change
also bring
overall.
Brand new combo routes because there are some combos you couldn't reach with some of those aerials. And also speaking of that, we have done that to other characters too, such as Garnet. You were able to fall faster with the down air. And something
okay.
we've done to multiple characters as we move.
Damn,
to
it looks so slow now in the before.
There is improved grounded-based combo routes too. Big thing is since we've added the tech-based system, we've been able to improve on how many different ground bounces we can add. So if you switch over to the next one here, you have, for one, Garnet players might notice we have added armor to the down attack when you charge it. But
Oh,
also,
it has
the
armor
grounded
now.
downward hit will ground bounce more often. It would only work if somebody DI'd downward before. So now you can line up more combos there. It's gonna be a lot easier to open up people. And there are a lot of other characters who have received that same treatment.
That
We're gonna
side
go
into
review them
down.
individually because they have so many changes after this. And
Ooh.
aerials
Boom.
also have some new ground bounce based setups. So for characters like Jake, we added in that unique input. People a lot of
Oh,
classic
okay.
would
You
never
can
read
ground
characters
bounce
do
off of his
unique things.
neutral air.
You had the input for neutral special, which now you could do guaranteed at certain percent windows to get the follow up off a ground bounce. But you don't always have to do that. You can
Nice.
land with Nair now and get a jab follow up, get a down attack follow up, get an up attack.
Oh, you can do
anything you'd like to try to look for.
Nair
So
into
now you have
land.
ways to
I
have
like
those
this. I
in
like
there.
these changes.
You
They
don't
actually
have to
look pretty
always
good.
stare somebody down who is over on the other side of the screen trying to
I wish
hide
they would
behind a
show
strong
something for a character I
defensive
play,
stop
but
to, like, a disjointed
so far they
jab
look
or
pretty
anything like
good.
that. You can now approach over them quickly. And something super important is we have improved
Banana
windows on some
Guard.
characters too, as you can see.
Uh-huh,
Banana
uh-huh,
Guard, known as the two-button champ before, because
Ban-
a majority of what
they're
you do
giving
is side
Banana
air
Guard new
and
buttons.
Side special, grounded-based moves were all pretty much KO options. So for characters that were lacking different ways to get combo starters, we have
Wow,
improved
welcome
on
to
that.
the game, Banana
It's
Guard.
not just Banana Guard. Like I said, when a lot of characters have changes, we mean a lot of characters have changes.
This is really meant to be kind of a cross.
I wonder why they don't use the
same
same bot in the before and after. It seems weird.
Basically allow you to the characters act the way that you anticipate them to
I
act.
guess it's to show off more characters and
were,
skins,
struggling,
but
so to kind of output the same damage as what some of
it's
the
an
higher
interesting
characters were
choice.
aiming for. And for the higher tier characters, we did kind of normalize a few of the things that they were doing compared to others, but we also brought basically everybody up to where they are. So anybody who we saw was either underperforming a bit or had a lot of very difficult.
Who I'm trying to think of which character I think really
So
needs
We apologize to the tier list makers.
the buffs
Yes.
You have a lot
that
of
I
work
play
to
with.
do.
For all of the YouTube guide folk out there,
I think my highest
get ready,
level
because you
skins
have
or
a
highest
lot
level
of new
characters
ones
are
who-
Wonder
anybody
Woman,
who you were
Jason,
playing
and
before has
Morty.
essentially changed in some way, shape, or form.
So I
And
want to
one
see
of the
how
really
this
commonly
impacts
asked
those
questions,
three.
for a lot of people was, would you ever rework moves? Would you ever add new moves? And the answer to that before has been yes, and we just didn't have anything to show.
Let's
Well,
see. Show
Let's
us.
go ahead and pull up exactly what we've done to Batman.
Show us.
So,
Batman got a new
Batman-
move. Whoa.
For one, again, happy birthday, Batman. Batman is one of those characters where basically the whole game plan kind of became 1 to 2 goals only. Use dash attack or use dive kick. And we had to
Yeah,
do
dive
a
kick
few
is
things to be able
kinda-
to make sure that those were
kinda
contestable
chunky.
options. But doing that also led to a lot of situations where Batmans were only able to approach in very specific ways, made them campier, and you would end up utilizing.
Haven't
things
fought
like the
a
jab
Batman
jab
player
side air,
online.
which
Well, no,
was
there's
something
still some
that,
Batman players
was
online.
a little unhealthy to play against.
Almost all
But
of
just
his
less
bringouts are either
often
kicks
in,
or
like,
spiking
2v2s.
up towards the top of the
Yeah,
map.
and trying to set up bombs or
Yeah, up special is still, like,
and we wanted to make
a lot
sure
of his
that,
game plan.
The skill gap wasn't so large between the average player to try and pick Batman up, super popular character, and people who played at the high end who were.
I
doing
literally went to
everything they
check
could
and
to
see if my
stay
dog
on
was
the
still
combo game.
asleep. As soon as I look at him, he
this
hops
is,
up.
again, not just Batman that we
And
have
he's
done this with.
running.
But for Batman, you
I
have
don't know where he's
the brand
going,
new
but
dash attack.
he'll
Oh,
probably be
bam,
back.
pow. This is
A new dash
double
attack?
punching dash attack that is an armor breaker that will also ground bounce.
What?
But over at higher percents, it'll send them further out. This allows people to land with
How-
such a side air.
So his
because
old
it's
dash
very
attack
hard
is
to
gone?
Get a side air follow up.
Did they make it
That's
his
not landing approach
down
with the
attack
side air to get
again?
a grounded hit. Thank you, Shaggy, for kicking me in the face. And for people who are wondering, well, where's the slide? Well, the slide is now on down tilt. What
It's his
happened to
down
the other
attack
kick?
again.
What happened to his armored kick? Well, now it's an active input. So when you use down attack and you input it again, you were able to go into the old swoop. And you
Whoa.
were able to do different
That's a sick
combos.
buff,
We
actually.
did, remove the ability to do IAD out of the jab 2 because it was leading to a loop. However, we did expand on the ways to do combos out of this. So you have
What a G back. Now he's walking
the
back.
ability to do follow-ups, things like that. You
So,
can also use this for battle
new
arts.
dash attack. His dash
have,
attack is now
the
his
ability
down
to
tilt
go
again.
for
It used to be that.
second
So,
input,
and then the
follow
new
up
down
into
tilt,
cider, which I completely missed. You
is
could use
still
this as a
there.
grapple hook,
but it's like a
and
second
we
hit
also did a couple tunings
active
to a couple
input.
of the other moves,
pretty
of his
pretty
as well,
solid
so
actually. That's
consistent.
pretty good
This is something that
rework.
has happened to everyone as well. On cooldown based attacks. Thank you for coming directly back to me. This is always the funniest thing to try to get rid of battering on purpose. Don't hit me. Go away.
It's
Go away.
there we go. I was gonna say
So,
it's gonna get
on
up
cooldown
again.
based attacks by nature were weaker because the idea was to not make it so you just get rid of them and use it. However, we got to a point
It's my boy.
where we ended up having moves that were a little bit too weak by comparison, and then you had characters like Bugs Bunny and Garnet who had moves that were very strong in that. Outside of the on cooldown clap from Garnet, which now will consistently always pull someone in when you're using the up special clap, which is something that was asked for quite a bit. The on cooldown versions of these moves have utility. So you have things like the punch, which will now ground bounce. So you can use that. Not only as
I
a ground
like
option, but a landing
them
option
adding
as
moves
well
to
get
replace the
follow-ups.
cooldown
This
specials.
is something that we see with bite, the bite on stripe for the saw blade cooldown
Hey, yeah.
as well. So we
Somebody
want to
blowing-
expand
somebody
a bunch of
blowing my
different ways to
phone
make sure
up.
that
Hold
people
on.
have different approaches to get in through the air.
You're not just spamming a button and nothing's happening and you hear that dinging.
Yeah.
You still have the option to kind of make those combos, and now Batman feels a little bit more like the martial artist he's always been intended to be.
Master of all martial arts and had like 2 to 3 combos.
Yep.
And that was something that was very difficult for people to either deal
Right.
with.
Honestly, the Batman
it was
rework is
basically the
really
same
solid.
approaches every
That's
time.
actually a really good rework.
Deal with.
Easy to anticipate.
Yeah.
But
I
you
want to
deal
see
with it.
more.
The lower level was
More
very
stuff
tough,
for more
where,
characters,
he
but
was just picking
Batman
them up,
rework is
trying
clean
to
as
have some
fuck.
fun, and everything basically ended after 2 hits. So that is something we've done with Batman. We have a lot more characters that have achieved these type of treatments too. There's so much to talk about that I can't get my words together. One of those characters also being LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Was someone who
LeBron James.
Yeah.
Can't go a whole episode without it. LeBron James was like the epitome of on cooldown. Everything about without the basketball was basically a move that didn't really lead to much outside of Cider, which we buffed not that long ago to make it easier to get an approach and get a follow-up off of. But everything else was not the greatest to be able to get in with. Now, you have one of the biggest changes to this character. His down air always had to be particularly hit in a certain spot.
LeBron James.
Spike. That is not the case anymore. They will always spike. So there is no more sour spot on the down air. We have completely removed that. There is only a spike hitbox. So every time.
Spike is a spike is a spike is a spike.
Yep. So if you're trying to go for a basketball into down air, as you can see, the dodge boosted movement allows you to get a little bit easier. You get a follow up, and you could go for tech chase reads on that. Go for whatever you want to afterwards. There's a lot of new ways to approach with LeBron. That's not the only thing, of course. We sped up basically everything. So the unarmed jab is faster. The slap can now instantly be buffered into a jump. So you get a guaranteed down attack into up air. So that is a new KO confirmed for LeBron. There is also a couple new ground bounce routes we added as well. We were talking a lot about how every character has new routes. The down attack will now ground bounce again. So you can use that.
There's a lot of ground bouncing going on this patch. In general, the ground was not being utilized enough.
Yes. Basically, everybody. We talked a lot about how. Get ready to read. There is a lot of characters who have received new combo routes to kind of build on character expression. Skill expression is the theme of this patch. Is the biggest thing. We wanted to improve movement. We wanted to improve combo game. We wanted to improve aerial starters, which all were things people were looking for. And that is not only the thing we're looking at too. Coming in future patches, we're going to be looking at some changes to dodges to make them less powerful overall. It's very difficult with dodging on the ground because you could act pretty instantly after you do one. We're looking at ways to tune that and change that. And there's a few more that will be discussed as they happen later, but we are paying close attention to all of these things. We want to make sure that we have that. So again, we talked about it before. For everybody who is a combo guide person, YouTube guy,
Solid
everybody
reworks.
who likes to explore a lot of
I kind of zoned out. Sorry, somebody was
try new ones because they just felt
somebody was
so
trying to blow my
different from
notifications
your
up.
higher end characters. They are all different.
I had to see what they was
So,
talking
The
about.
Powerpuff Girls came with homework,
Yes.
and they need your help.
Had to give them some attention.
And the Powerpuff Girls, super expensive on their combo game, and with the way that we were designing them and worked towards them, it helped us to look to different ways we can expand on everyone else's combo routes too. So
In general, like we said, we're
Oh, yeah,
constantly trying to
I'm logged
improve,
back
we're
in.
constantly trying to
Sorry,
make it
I
feel
was
better.
super. I got
Anything
super
that we can do to
distracted.
make it more
Somebody
fun,
had
more
me
exciting,
smiling,
just
but I'm back.
Quality of life improvements
Locked back
across
in.
the board. We're constantly
What we talking about?
making those
Multiversus?
changes. So please, we do check your
What were
feedback.
we-
We do hear.
What were we
you
just
guys,
talking about?
and
No, okay. So the
anything that
reworks
you guys
look
bring
really
forth,
good for
we
Batman.
pay attention to those
I
things.
did
We
not
wanna
pay
make sure
as much
we can
attention
do
to
whatever
the
we
one
can to try
for
and,
LeBron.
make this game the best it can be.
yeah, and as a fan,
But the
and
aerial
have
stuff
that
looks really good.
confidence, the most
Aerial
fun
reworks
thing,
look super
this
solid.
game with the way that you're able to expand on a lot of new, unique ways to play, and
So I
I'm
like
looking
that.
forward to seeing what y'all pull off.
I can't wait to
because
actually
maybe that
try
will,
them out though.
do some more changes in the future. We're also looking into perks, which will be getting some newer perks, some new looks at them. Nothing to really share just yet on that, but we are looking into the perks to also be changed alongside those dot changes later on. And it's not just that, of course. We also have some improvements overall to the game that we've been looking at. So a lot of people have been asking about mini games and how they operate and what they do. Well, we're looking into adding a unique queue in the near future, which will have PvP mini games in them, amongst other things.
I
So
kind
looking
of
forward
suggested
to-
this.
Really looking forward to
Make
getting
those
that.
mini games
No one's
playable.
been asking about that. There's
So
also
that
going to be
casuals have
mutators for
something to
custom
do.
games
That's
coming
pretty
in the near
good.
future. So those mutators that you see,
They're
in
giving
Rifts,
casuals something
you'll
to
be able
do.
to do unique matches. So if you want to create someone, have everybody be fast, have everybody have slows, whatever you want. So all of the mutators we have, we're looking into adding ones that will work and make sense towards the custom games. And the lab, like I mentioned before, it's got the new hit stun counter. The lab is receiving a overhaul in general with the UI, which will be coming in the near future. So we're really looking forward to that one. We've heard a lot of feedback of how the difficulty it is to set up certain specific situations in the lab and how you do that. We'll be adding different DI directions for the bot and a lot of other things. So that way, when you go to set up what you're trying to lab, you will be able to do exactly what you're looking for.
You'll be able to practice, you'll be able to spend time outside of your normal matches doing fun, different things that you want to try, experiment with, whether that's in the lab or in these other special modes. We really want to give you guys plenty of options to play with.
Yes. So, it was a lot to talk about for season 3, and again,
My
a lot
fault.
of course,
Had to-
content will be coming, a lot of unique fun events that will be coming.
Had to
for
flirt with
season.
somebody on the
So
internet.
make sure
My
you keep an
fault,
eye on
gang.
those. A lot of really
I'm
special
back.
ones. Our team really killed it this season, but that is not the only stuff we have to share.
That's
it's not
true.
just about
Is there more?
We've still got more.
Oh, they're saying in the
We've still got
future they
more.
still got more. Because
Yes.
this is actually a lot.
Including a look at this.
Okay, they do have more apparently.
All right,
Press
you're
the
right.
button.
Oh shit! A tournament? A pro scene? This is where they were lacking the most. I'll be completely honest. Ring out. Okay, it's just one tournament.
This is our very first supported local event called Ring Out, which will be happening at the HyperX Arena over in Las Vegas. We're very excited to be able to start
It's in Vegas.
looking into different ways to support not just the
And
local
what was the
events,
date
but
on that?
online events.
The
as
end of
well.
this month?
For anybody who's been playing a lot.
Oh,
of
yeah.
Multiversus out there, you have
9/28.
that has been doing recent invitationals and many more. So make sure you keep an eye out on MVS Gaming Twitter. So you can figure out how to get involved and also how to keep an eye out on any of the events that we support.
We love all of the local tournaments, all you guys.
Damn,
put in the
okay.
effort
A
to
multiversus
get a
local
bunch
at the
multiversus
end of the
players
month.
together. We see you, we
That
appreciate
caught
you.
me
We're
really
very
off
excited
guard,
that
I'm not
you
gonna
guys are
lie.
Continuing to do what you do, and
I was
we're
not
excited to talk more
expecting
about
that
these
one.
type of events in future.
They definitely.
Yes, we
I
are
think
going
they should
to
do more
continue to
online
focus
tournaments as
on
well.
the
Like there should be a lot more multiversus
keep an eye
tournaments.
out on other ways we can continue to improve those
There's been
play
nothing
over
since the
time,
game came
trying
back,
to
and this is
get,
actually a pretty
more
fun game to
tournaments
watch
out there. So
competitively.
super excited about this one. It's like it's got a like I'm keeping it kind of
1v1s,
right now,
2v2s.
Like, I'm really.
It's all
really
actually really
excited
good to
to
watch.
see this starting to happen.
That's fair. You came from that.
Like,
world,
at
so
the
I know
high
how important
level,
that is to you.
The game is
And,
actually really
again,
clean.
For TOs and company, we'll be looking into creating a stage list that we would like people to try and follow along with the guide, but also
Okay.
feel free to experiment yourself with how you'd like to do things. So sometimes maybe stage list isn't always the exact thing that everybody agrees upon, and we experiment with it a little bit. And we have different ways to be able to alter that throughout each season, of course, because we have a lot of new stages that will be coming over time.
Speaking of the community, we want to do, before we wrap up, we want to do one more segment to highlight the community. Obviously, we've done this a couple times before, where we
Oh, they're
highlight
showing
some of
off
your
the
guys'
art.
community creations and art that you guys have made.
Yeah,
for
they're doing the
various
art
characters. We're
segment.
very excited.
Big appreciation, by the way.
expected.
The last couple.
This
we
is
had
like
everybody
birthday
kinda
shout-outs
up and
in a
brought us some
combat
great things.
cast.
This time we had to dig through. Everybody was ready to go for this season.
Apologies, we know that there's a lot out there. We can't, of course, highlight everyone. We did our best to try and pick some of our favorites, but know that we see all of it.
Yes.
We spend time sorting through, and we love looking at these things. So, first off, we've got Beep. Of course, we had to highlight this one, celebrating Season 3's launch
That's
with
clean.
both Powerpuff Girls and Nubia.
Yeah. Beep showed up last time as well with a really fun one that was based on the theme, and then as soon as we saw his pop-ups, like, well, this one's mandatory. We got PPG and, of course, the Queen of the Amazons, who we'll get to talk about in the next episode.
And then Fairy Fire here. There are a couple that feature both Batman
Yeah,
and the
that's funny.
Powerpuff Girls that we're gonna go through. This one's just I can't wait to see this team up. You know.
Oh, knocking everything over here.
Oh, no worries.
Oh. Okay.
We gotta get Gizmo's nice and comfy.
Gizmo,
you know?
Gizmo was excited. But yeah, this one is a lot of fun.
He just wants to join the party. That's
Yeah, he's joining them. He knows what's up. So we're gonna go into the next one. Of course.
This one's so good. It's
I
so good.
I forgot this one was in the queue. Something. One of these things is not like the other.
It's their facial. It's their facial expression. that's
Hey,
all-
yo.
What are you doing here?
Look, if you believe hard enough, you two.
That is definitely not
Believe
Bubbles.
hard enough.
No one
I can see Jake doing that though.
I honestly, I need that in game. I might have to go. I might
Hey,
have to go
yo.
poke with people about that. And then different take
Okay.
on the art style.
Like
for
a
this
Looney
sound,
Tunes
which
style
a few of
for
those,
'em.
of course, you've seen a couple different ways that the Powerpuff Girls have looked over the years. This one has that fun classic. Like I can't remember exactly which show it's reminding me of right now. But
It's got that old cartoon style. It
Yes.
really feels like those old, like kind of 50s, 60s, and almost like they're dolls. It's very cool in that way.
on to the next one, we have Gabriel Gab Gab, who everybody knows as the 8-bit artist, always standing up every single
love
time.
pixel art, and this one's so good.
It's like Gabriel works so fast too. That's what gets me every time. Like as soon as the character's announced, Gabriel
That's
has it ready to go within like 5 to 6 hours. So make sure you go take a look at all of the other ones Gabriel has done over the past couple seasons. And this one, I smiled so
It's
much
so
when I read this
wholesome.
one. Like.
It's so fun. And I love the characterization too. The fact that they put in a whole panel just to have Batman pause and then
Yeah.
yeah.
It answers the question from the trailer too. Just like this Justice League have tea parties and Batman of course
Yes.
made sure to oblige.
And
It's-
honestly,
The thing is,
he
Alfred
would,
would
and
make
that's the best
Alfred
part.
would make
He
sure that they got really good
on
tea for the
to
Justice League.
next, got Archie and Meverse, who
I've
showing
seen
up
this
once
one. I
again,
actually saw this one
season
on
3
Twitter.
Combination, the Queen of the
Look at
Amazons,
those.
along with the Powerpuff
Not to
Girls.
be that
This is
guy,
one
but
of
look
the
at
my
the
favorite
thighs on
competitions
Nubia.
we've seen so far. He looks strong.
I need a.
and,
Let me
like,
stop.
ready for battle.
Let me
Yes,
stop.
please.
This kids play
Yeah,
this
now,
game.
also, Buttercup
Let me
will-
just end it
We'll run
there
away with that spirit.
and not
Yeah,
say
so
my
he's very
intrusive thoughts
interested in
out
Spear For
loud.
good reason.
And D-Man.
Oh, that's
D-Man.
Hold on, we gotta
D-Man.
talk to D-Man for a second.
Okay.
Because D-Man, we had a different one plugged in for you here. Because you know we love your signs. We had a different one plugged in, and you posted this less than an hour before we're going live and
Yeah.
make us scramble to plug it in. What are you doing?
Like 30-ish minutes before we're getting ready to go live. It's like, wait, D-Man.
We love it.
Dude,
We love
they're
it. Keep
fantastic.
them coming.
They're fantastic. Try and get
Little
us
runway,
the
man.
day
We
before,
love you.
man.
Come on.
We got to get them in, but give us a little bit of time, man. Well, of course, D-Man also another one who has made ones for each individual character.
Yeah, we
now,
love those.
Dude Master 20. We did have a Friday the 13th post recently for Friday the 13th this past Friday.
But
and-
before you say what this is, my first reaction to this was I thought this was I was like, oh, we have
Oh
a
yeah, this
Janine
one. I saw this
artwork.
one too. This
yeah,
one's
you were
clean.
really confident in that too. So we got Harleen Voorhees here, which is honestly this is such a fun, unique take
Honestly,
on
give us the skin.
The Jason Mask skins that we did. That I am a big fan of this one. This one looks so cool. I had to actually double take also to realize who it was.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what is that? It's Harley. Oh my God. So Dude Master 20, one of the biggest Jason fans we have out there. So make
For
sure you also
good
check
reason.
them out.
Great character.
And we have a couple left here. Speaking of Jason, Erica TMC showing they're bullying. See, this is why Bubble's the best, okay? They're bullying Jason, and Bubbles is crying.
But the thing is, now here's the question:
They're bullying
Were they
Jason.
bullying first, and Bubbles feels bad for Jason, or was Jason bullying Bubbles, and now the rest are
Jason has been confirmed a giant teddy bear for a while now.
That's
He has done nothing wrong
well, at least
recently.
Erica, I can tell you that they made up because Natchet showed him here. They did make up after.
This is such a good 1-2 punch. Shout out, of course, to Natchet, who is always there, ready to go, providing incredible art every single day for Multiversus. But this one is, again, see, Bubbles does not care so much about the person; it's about the weaponry.
Yeah, bro, that's very
the flower necklace, I think.
Yeah,
there.
look.
That's very on
lipstick is
character for
also-
Buttercup.
yeah.
She's just like,
Oh,
let
that's
me
true. I
borrow
didn't even
this.
see that slip
Putting a little
machete.
smile onto Jason. This
That's
is so
funny.
adorable.
I didn't even catch that detail the first time.
Yeah, I
And then
believe-
last
It's a
but not
crayon.
least, we've got Zytrux here with
Alright,
we
sick.
had to
Is there
finish
anything
this one 'cause
else?
It's just such a cool image of
Is this
all
the end of the
these
stream, or is there anything else y'all want to talk
characters.
about? Because this actually was a lot longer
Please,
and a
please
lot
keep it
more
coming. We are
details
gonna
than I
continue
ever
to do these segments
expected.
every stream. So,
And
anything you throw our
it's
way,
kinda a
we'll
W,
bring
I'm
it
not
to
gonna
show
lie.
base. But
Last
we
time
also
I did
have
one
some
of these
questions that we
streams,
So we had a
I was
Discord
pissed
thread in
off.
which you guys submitted some
It was
questions,
me
and then
complaining
also,
for an hour.
During the stream,
This
we
one is
had,
actually
questions
pretty
pulled from
good.
Chat, so we're going
Overall
to
solid, a
pull
lot of
some
good
those now.
updates.
So, D Heart for you said, can alternate colors be a thing? I just want to know if it could happen or not.
That one actually gets asked about quite a bit. And they actually also asked about could we have fire and ice circuit drones? Those were seen in the rifts when you had specific circuit drones that were either fire elemental or ice elemental. We've heard a lot of feedback on that, and the potential is always there. We do like the idea of having multiple different looks where we can. So nothing to share as of yet, but we do hear that often, and that is definitely a really cool idea. So
It's definitely on our radar.
yes.
Nicholas said, is there any way you could support local tournaments with keys for prices or in-game currencies?
Well, actually, yes. As you just saw, we were talking about the officially supported event a minute ago. No, not necessarily details on what exactly they get, but keep an eye out for that. We are supporting some of these local tournaments, and we will get more details on how those tournaments could be, more tournaments could be supported. So again, once again, make sure you follow MVS Gaming. That is the esports-based Twitter for Multiversus, and you'll be able to keep an eye out for more of those.
Oh, they have an
And the
esports
team
Twitter.
over there is
Shit.
awesome, so show them some love too. Sakala Kid said, are there any plans to improve the friends list, quality of life changes, like being able to see various info of whether they're in a match, whether in their group, last login, etc.?
Yeah, so the friend list has been brought up a couple times, and it's a bit busy right now. And one of the things we're all looking for is we want to improve the speed at which you can find people. One of the things that's asked for quite often is like, can we get them in alphabetical order, and to be able to find people quicker. We are looking into those type of things for the friends list. So keep an eye out for upcoming patches in the future. For the match results, that one. It's the first time I've heard that, but actually it's a really good suggestion. So we'll bring that feedback over to the team and see if maybe we can try and look at those things in the future. But we are looking at improving the friend list.
Official Milk asks, are there plans or consideration for a random skin button for characters, or even character-specific fighting cosmetic loadouts, such as banner badges, any of that?
Yes, we've heard that one quite a bit too. We are looking into that. There is some future updates. Can't say exactly when, but we are looking to try and make it so people can utilize more skins more often. One of the common things that I've heard from some people is I get all these skins, I only ever use the one because I just go right back in and go into the match again. But how do I get to use them more often? And a lot of times the suggestion is I'd like a randomizer.
A randomizer.
Favorite
Skin
set.
randomizer would
We
actually
have
be
heard
pretty
that, so
good.
we are
Or
going,
randomized
we are looking
favorites,
into
like
that,
Mortal
and
Kombat does.
hopefully we can try to add that in the future.
That would be clean.
Stress inducer. Your name stresses me out. Projectiles that are dodged lose their hitbox and are unable to hit again, but still remain visible. So phantom projectiles. Is this an intended mechanic, or is it a bug that's going to be fixed?
So yes, but there is some additional caveats to that. So something that people were going to see tomorrow in the patch notes is for Marvin. If this is usually the person who sees this the most, is Marvin. When projectiles are dodged through, when they come back after a button is used, they just don't hit anybody. Well, the button will now reset the hit counter, so every time when you use a button, it will hit them on the way back through. In general, though, there is usually a time frame post the dodge where you will get hit by the attack again, and we're going to be adding in a fix in the near future for the projectiles that are being affected by that. So that way, even without the button, if somebody's on the other side of the screen and they run back into the projectile for some reason, they'll get hit after
Somebody dodges it the first time, but then gets knocked back into it as part of flying, whatever it may be. So Lucid asks, will the stop camping debuff get reworked? It doesn't seem to be working as intended on some characters.
Yeah, we're looking into exactly how we want to improve or change the stop camping debuff. We didn't want to jump the gun too quickly on that one, because if you make that too strong, then it's gonna kind of deter some characters from being played, because they do have to occasionally stay back. But it's also at the point where even with someone having the lead, there's not too much negativity for hiding away, because you could go, poke, come back, and it won't really do anything. So we are looking at ways that we want to improve that, but we wanted to give it a little bit of time before we really started to jump at it, because we wanted to get a lot of feedback and how it really affected the matches.
That makes sense. Hot Dog 1 says, do you acknowledge that we are so glad you're back?
they say we, that like that's got to be a hot dog from Discord. There's a whole brigade of the hot dog crew in Discord, and we see you all. So
The answer is yes.
yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
We do. They appreciate that.
We do acknowledge.
Shout outs to the hot dog brigade.
Amethyst is literally me. Says, how do you classify characters? How do you know which one will be bruiser or assassin, etc.?
Oh, that one. So that one
Good
tends to play
question, I
into
guess.
how we design the moveset. But sometimes it's also character based. We're also looking into ways to kind of differentiate them a little bit more. Some characters will be classified as one thing and it feels like they're another. We did change some recently for like Marvin, for example, was a prior an assassin. Much more of a mage, way more range based, so we adjusted that to be a mage.
I didn't know they changed
But
Marvin
there are
to be
also some
mage.
characters like some assassins. Again,
But hold up,
topic,
wasn't
who don't
there
apply
support
weekend where others do?
archetype in the
we are
game
looking
that
at
they
all that. We're also
changed?
looking into weekend as a debuff in general.
Like, I'm pretty
and,
sure that like
also perks,
Gizmo
looking at those that are brought up for
and
that's probably
Rain
a question
Dog,
somebody's asked somewhere.
weren't they like
But,
support
we
in the
want to
beta,
balance
and
out
then
the
now they're all like
work,
mage?
especially weekend, and maybe
Or am I
provide a little bit
tripping?
more, uniqueness to how some of these different
I swear they just
classes
took that
play.
archetype out
But
the
it's
game.
mostly based on how if somebody has a lot of range, tend to be more of a mage. If somebody is boxing all the time, they tend to be more of a bruiser. If somebody's really light, very aggressive, they tend to be more of an assassin, and so on and so forth.
I'm gonna try that again. Juju Pepe asks, any plans to reintroduce daily mission rerolls?
That is being discussed, and actually, that is something that potentially might be coming in the near future. That is something that was seen in the past, and we want to improve the way that people are going about missions. Sometimes you don't want to play the assassin character. It's just not your cup of tea. It's not your archetype. So how do you go about that? Having mission rerolls is one way to potentially change that up and allow you to have a different one. So we are looking into that.
Aloy says, might be an unpopular opinion, but I feel like the minor perks are not that interesting. They barely do anything. I see so many players using the base set of perks. I think many players don't care about them. Any news on updating them so they are more fun or more interesting? When he plans to remove them in terms of more of a ultimate character perk design?
Ultimate character perk is an interesting one. Actually, that's the first time I've heard anybody say something like that. So did mention a little while ago, perks are getting looked into because basically right now perks are how many damage perks can I put onto my build as quickly as possible. It's pretty much just snowball effect, last stand, and pugilist, or the dash attack perk for when everybody is fighting a tank, and ground bounce if your character has enough ground bounces. But it's pretty much damage, and a lot of the other perks aren't really seeing a lot of use right now.
True.
So we are looking into perks. The first thing we wanted, of course, to do was improve the combat overall, the speed of it, which we did show a little while ago.
Okay, so they're going to be working on perks next.
Are basically next on the list.
Perfect. Well, I believe that is all of our questions that we have. Also, we do have Emils. We saw that you saw Rick Prime. Shout out to you. Glad that you're excited. But I think that pretty much does it for us, which means that there's only one more thing left to say.
And once again, the day is saved thanks to the Powerpuff Girls.
Thank you, everybody.
That's
for
a
joining
solid
us for season 3.
Stream Deck button.
Into the verse. It's been a lot of fun. Oh wait.
What?
I forgot the couch food.
Oh, the couch food.
I forgot
they
couch
didn't
food.
have
Oh my
to
god.
do
Hold on.
I don't have
food.
anything.
They didn't show, so we got to
wait,
look
wait.
at that one Batman
What does this mean?
event, but they didn't really show any like event skins or any more events. But I get, they gave us a lot in that one. There was actually a lot to go through, even more than I expected there to be. That was a pretty good one. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, the last time, hold on, let me pause. The last time they did one of the, well, no, not the last time they did one, but the last Into the Verse stream that I did a stream for was the first one. And I was pretty pissed off at that point because that was right before Agent Smith dropped. And the rifts were terrible. They were so badly balanced. They were damn near unplayable. And Agent Smith was coming out. And the only way to unlock him early was to play those rifts. Now, they kind of fixed rifts. There's a lot of things about rifts that they fixed. There's still a lot of things that they can fix. I think that Looney difficulty is just like stupid, all around just dumb, unnecessary, and it's not unplayable anymore. Like the last Looney difficulty rift they did, I could play through all of the nodes except for the ones that used last season perks, because for whatever reason, my last season perks still are not max level. I think that's another thing. I mean, not perks, gems. Gems are badly balanced. The amount of XP you were getting for gems is terrible. And even to this day, my season 1 gems are still not max level. Maybe I have 1 or 2 of them that are max level, but the majority of them are not max level at all. And they still, even though they moved on to new types of gems, every once in a while they still want you to utilize those old gems in the new rift. Dumb as fuck. Now the new gems that they bought in for last season, I did get all of those gems up to max level. So they fixed the XP gain on gems moving forward, but they didn't retroactively fix the XP gain on old gems for old rifts, anything from season 1. So gems are still stupid. They're very bad. I'm mad that they're like a detour from perks and from the main gameplay of the main game. Like, you can't use any perks in Rifts mode because there's no space to use perks. You got to use gems instead. They all do different things. Most of them are unusable. And if you wanted to play the game without the gems, you can only do that at like the first difficulty, maybe the second one. Once the difficulty starts to scale, you literally need the gems to keep playing, and you need them to be a certain level in order to compete with the, not like the rifts aren't even that difficult from a like fighting them standpoint. It's just that you do such little damage to enemies and you get so much damage from enemies when you don't use the properly leveled gems, right? So they kind of artificially increase the difficulty of these rifts in order to force you into using gems, and it's not a fun experience. Now they're kind of fixing that. The fact that they're only doing 1 gem per season helps you focus and actually be able to level up your gems, so that once the insanity difficulty rift comes out, you're pretty set, you're pretty prepared to take it on. Even still, those insanity difficulty rifts are not fun. They're just not fun to play. They're stupid. They take, like, you literally just have to find the best strategy, the best gem combination, and the best one move, and just spam it over and over again until you win. I wish you could just use more skill and more strategy in these rifts and not just have to find the one strat that works. Like, basically playing rifts at the highest difficulties these days is going on Reddit, going on Google, finding out what everyone else is using. Do that until you win. I wish you could come up with your own strategies and use whatever characters you want and whatever playstyle you want, but that's not the case. And then what makes it worse is that a lot of the rifts, you have to use a specific character or a specific skin that you might only have for one character, or a specific one move that gives you armor or whatever to kind of get through all of the OP stuff on the rifts. They need to open up more expression in the rifts. Let you be able to do it with whatever character you want, whatever combos you want, whatever strategy you want, and whatever gems you want, not just the ones that are high level and the ones that give you armor or whatever. Maybe after they work on perks and reworking perks, they'll start to rework gems, but I don't think that they're concerned too much about reworking gems. 1, because it's a PvE mode, and 2, because if you want to max level all your gems, you can do that by paying money. And so they're like, hey, we'll just make our mode pay to play. If it's too hard, just give us more money and we'll make it easier, which is a stupid ass way to make the thing work. But I get why they're doing it, because they work for a company, they got to make money, so they're squeezing it in every little facet. Like, I think that PvP players are more likely to spend money on like cosmetics, skins, really just cosmetics. And then they're like, well, let's find a way to make PvE players spend a little money too. And that's how they came up with this random ass gem thing. But, however, there is no reason you have to play Rifts anymore. Because they got rid of the early access Rift character and they just made it paid early access versus unlock it in the game for free. Rift is just like a bonus mode, right, for casual players. So it's not like we're forced to do it. It's not like we have to do it in order to unlock a character early or anything. So that kind of makes me care less about it, because really the only reason for me to go into Rifts these days is to do challenges. Either challenges that are associated with Rifts or challenges that are just easier to do in Rifts, because you can go in, click easy mode, and knock opponents out by hitting them one time. It's not fun. Like, playing the high difficulties and playing the lowest difficulties is not fun, but it is what it is. It's just a fast way to grind or whatever. So I think that Rifts could definitely still use a lot of work. I just don't see them doing a lot of work on it anytime soon. The actual meta of the game, though, I think was already in a really good place. The game was getting closer and closer to being well balanced. This new aerial thing, I think, is going to do a lot for the game. Now, I'm not saying it's going to make the game more balanced. It might break the game a little bit and make it less balanced for a minute. But giving everyone more combo routes and more character expression, more combo expression and creativity with the air moves, that's a step in the right direction either way. I am going to play today. Like, this is the last day before the new season. So I'm going to do a lot of, like, labbing, practicing, and just, you know, getting the feel of the game as it is now, so that tomorrow when the new Rifts drop or the new meta drops, I'll have an idea of how much of a change it is, how significant it is, and if it's a good change or a bad change. But right now, it looks like it's a good change. I'll be completely honest. I'm more excited to see what the next events are looking like. Events are kind of better. Mostly better. I like that you can choose whatever you want to unlock from an event, and then if you don't want any skins at all from the event, you can just, like, use your currency to buy some more Gleamium. So events are good. PvP is good. I don't play ranked, so I don't really care about it. Rifts could still use some work. Game is in an overall good place, and they always are really good at designing characters. So I'm not worried about Powerpuff Girls. I'm not worried about Nubia. I think that those characters are all going to be really good, and they're going to add a lot to the meta just by being good characters. But I'm really excited to see these reworks in action. I'm telling you, I think I'm going to start playing Tom and Jerry a little bit more. And I think I'm going to pick Batman up a little bit as well, because his buffs actually look really good. And Batman was a pretty straightforward, easy character to pick up. So this was actually a W stream. I'm not going to lie. This was a really good stream. I did not expect it. All right. Because we've had some rough announcements and rough updates for Multiversus. But this one currently looks like it's going to be a solid-ass update. Solid-ass season. I'm excited for Season 3. I'm excited to grind another battle pass, because grinding these battle passes is actually pretty easy. I hop on, I do my dailies, I do my weeklies once a week, and then I just play free-for-all and Rifts, and we wait for the next dailies and the next weeklies, and we just keep leveling up. It makes sense to level up your battle pass if you get it, because then you'll get enough Gleamium for another battle pass. You'll get enough fighter currencies for another character. The worth of the battle pass is really good. The time it takes to level up the battle pass is really good. So yeah, really excited, and I cannot wait. We'll be back with another Into the Verse stream halfway through the season when Nubia drops. So I'm very, very excited for Nubia. How long are their seasons usually? Let me check something real quick. Let's see when the Samurai Jack season started. And I'll put that on the calendar, and then we can estimate about how long the seasons are. All right, here's Samurai Jack.
What's that?
John, let's skip straight to the end. Okay, not all the way to the end. Right here.
Let's see.
That's so fucking loud. Okay, never mind. It's down here. July 23rd was when the season started, and then September 17th, tomorrow, is when the season ended. Yeah, that was actually a pretty long season. July 23rd, so that was 1, 2, shit. Where was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was 8 weeks. So 2 months. About 2 months for the season. And then Beetlejuice probably dropped 1 month in. Let's go back.
And well, I'm afraid.
God damn, they just saw that. August 20th. 1, 2. I'll work backwards. 3, 4. Yeah, so 1 month into the season, we got our second character. Then a month after that, we got a new season. So Nubia should drop in about 1 month from tomorrow. And I would check that. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. So October 15th is when I'm expecting Nubia to drop. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. About November 12th is when I'm expecting the season to end. So that's solid. That's pretty good. Looks pretty good. Everything sounds pretty good. I'm excited for this new season of Multiversus, but I'll say I'll do like as much grinding in Multiversus as I can this week and focusing on just Multiversus this week, because we know next week Chaos Reigns drops. 1 week and 1 day. We only got 8 days left. Chaos Reigns comes out and I will be in full Mortal Kombat mode. I cannot wait to get back into it. We played through the Mortal Kombat story again for the second time yesterday and Saturday. So if you want to check that out, that's on my channel. My last 2 live streams was playing Mortal Kombat story all the way from start to finish. And I'm going to have a Mortal Kombat video on Friday, Mortal Kombat video next Friday, Mortal Kombat streams next week. It's going to be a lot. So that is going to be it for this one, you guys. It was actually a really good stream, and it was a lot longer than I expected, almost 2 hours. But before we get out of here, boom, do me a favor, hit me with the 3-hit combo. Smash the like button like Blossom, spear the subscribe button like Buttercup, and kick the notification bell like Bubbles for another exciting live stream. I'll be back to stream whenever the combat cast for Mortal Kombat 1 gets announced, and we'll be back with a new video on Friday at noon Eastern time. And I'm excited for that. Like I said, for whatever reason, my subscriber count went down over the weekend, so that really hurts. If you guys want to help out counteract that, I need to, go ahead and subscribe. It's free. You'll get notified whenever I make new videos, and you'll know when all of the Mortal Kombat stuff is coming. You'll know when my next Multiversus video is coming, and all of that. So, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Also, let me know how you guys feel about this new Multiversus update. What are you liking? What are you not liking? What do you think they should still add to the game? And similar to Mortal Kombat, I'm working on a video about some things that they should change in Mortal Kombat, some updates we still need, some things that need to be fixed. So if you have any submissions, anything you want to tell me, anything you want to see in that video about changes to Mortal Kombat, go ahead and comment it on this video. Let me know. Or you can also comment on the Mortal Kombat story live streams I did yesterday and Saturday. Except only unless you, if your thing is that you want them to take the cameos out, you can save it. I'm going to ignore that one. But if you have any other suggestion, let me know, and you might see it in the video. But that is going to be it for me, you guys. I got a bunch of stuff to do, including working on that video. But that's it for me. So I'll see you guys next time in another new one, new video Friday, new live stream whenever the Combat Cast gets announced. And I will see you all then. So that's it for me. Peace out.